the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
I gotta get a witness. No!
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
That's true. Sometimes I cry.
Oh!
Lick my butthole, he laughed.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Drunken Peasants Podcast. This is episode 1153. Yeah.
Yes.
And we're only partial zebra effect right now.
Only partially.
Yeah. Yeah. We're not in full zebra effect.
Yeah. The rest of the zebra effect is on its way. He's in the fucking studio. Studio my ass. I don't believe him.
Did he just tell you that or something?
That's what he told me when he told me he was running behind.
Oh, okay.
In the studio.
When he says he's running behind, does that mean he's pimping out hoes? Is that another way of, like, I'm running behind?
Yeah, look, I'm trying not to give all of Hannibal's secrets, but...
I'll say this. A hose behind should not be running.
He's running.
If there's a problem there, I want my money back.
Yeah, I keep telling them to stop chasing these hoes.
It's wet ass. It's not wet ass bussy, okay?
Yeah, because I keep saying, Hannibal, what part of the game is this? And he don't even know.
It's the adult diapers section of pimping.
I wanted to
in the nursing home. It's like, I got Gertrude over here. She got good hips, bro.
Got a couple of geriatrics in the attic.
We should go over some of the news, the news concerning YouTube really quick. So we're going to start off with that first. Here we go.
Wait, I don't have a screen share.
Oh, shit. I'll get it to you.
People are discriminating against wolves.
It says I'm sharing, but I'll try it again.
Okay.
How about now?
Let me check my view. It might be on my end.
Our chat is trying to say that Hannibal hates the fans and being on time. Hannibal loves the fans. Being on time just is not possible. Hannibal used to be on time, but then they set the clocks back.
Yeah. See? You see what happened? You got it. This has got to be on my end. What the hell?
Uh-oh.
Okay. All right. Y'all can keep going. I'm going to figure out what's going on my end. And
do you want me to end the call and call you back really quick?
That might fix it.
I can try it out really quick. Yeah. Let's do that.
We've had success with that in the past. While Ben restarts Skype, everybody watching right now, take this time to like the stream. I know you guys probably don't really like us, but if you like us, other people can watch us and you can go home. See?
Let's see. No. Oh, there it is.
All right, cool. All right, so check this out. This was just announced. This is the first thing I saw this morning when I first looked at Twitter. Susan Wojcicki is stepping down as CEO of YouTube. She's been working for YouTube for over 20 years.
She's been the CEO for 9, right?
Yes. I guess she started working for YouTube when the office was like a garage originally.
Well, she had the Google guys in her garage.
Yeah.
Hey, Scott, longtime YouTube chief Susan Wojcicki, she is stepping down. She announced so in a blog post, and her garage was famously the first Google office.
Right?
So she's
Not
been
YouTube.
there for a long time. She's been in the top position at YouTube for 9 years, and she's going to be handing over the reins to Neil Mohan. He has been the chief product officer of YouTube since 2015, and he came to Google as part of the DoubleClick acquisition in 2007. In a blog post, Wojcicki writes, "Today, after nearly 25 years here at the company, I've decided to step back from my role as the head of YouTube and start a new chapter focused on my family, health, and personal projects that I am passionate about. She says that she will help with the transition, and over the longer term, she'll take an advisory role across Google and Alphabet. Scott, this comes at a challenging time for Google. It is seeing narrowing margins, and revenue growth at YouTube is slowing given reduced ad spend and competition from TikTok. YouTube has been building out its own product, YouTube Shorts, but still figuring out how to best monetize this. The end of a chapter, certainly, though.
How to best monetize the short attention spans of the youth of America.
Yeah.
Now, I need to know, is this a win for Chris Hansen?
What do you mean?
Susan Wojcicki stepping down after Chris Hansen had Onision's victims file a lawsuit against YouTube? Or one victim filed a lawsuit against YouTube.
So you're confirming they're victims, Billy?
Well,
is this an official statement from you, Onision's friend, confirming their victimhood?
Obviously.
Wow, we got the scoop.
I'm referring to them as they are in the lawsuit, in the complaint in the lawsuit. They filed as victim. One did.
Plaintiffs, not victims.
Well, they said they were victim. If you read the lawsuit,
I don't think you can file as victim.
It's an alleged victim. No, literally, it's on a resume for a lot of people now.
It is.
People are like, did you see South Park with the Meghan Markle? They pulled up her resume and it was like influencer, Instagram, victim. It was on her resume.
Remember, this was a 1 point.
I'd like to be a alleged victim on my resume. That's what I'm going to put.
People are saying, I saw someone in the fan chat say, good. Dude, you have no idea what the next person's going to do. They could very well be worse.
That shit's scary.
Yeah. There's like right now, it's all up in the air. They can literally do whatever. They could follow suit and be the same way. They could make improvements that we all like, or they could be worse. So we'll see.
She probably
they could be
just
like,
wants
"Fuck
to
you,
retire,
we're only
though.
pushing up gardens." Home and garden.
Well, she's getting an advisory role, which is what normally a CEO that steps down does. You know, if they didn't get fired and they left on their own accord, or they were like pushed out in a nice way, then she'll be an advisor. She might end up being a CEO of a smaller company that's like less stress.
This is probably only like half related to the huge mega lawsuit against Onision. And YouTube. The defendants of the lawsuit, Onision's spouse, and YouTube.
$0.65 billion acquisition back
now,
in
the alleged victim that filed the lawsuit never met them in real life.
Now it's alleged.
But that doesn't mean anything. I guess there was tweets, public tweets. So, YouTube is in trouble.
2006. I think anyone at the time could have known that YouTube would grow into the behemoth that it is today under Susan Wojcicki. She was a big part of that.
So was I.
The one that came up with the idea to integrate NFT into YouTube, so look forward to dumb stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Everybody was on the NFT gimmick for a minute. That was even McDonald's was doing NFTs, right? Nobody had the idea to. Everybody just copied.
Saw other people making a ton of money.
Yeah, he was like, hey, but if we don't do this now, then
y'all didn't know about monkeys?
Then Rumble's gonna get ahead of us on the NFT game.
I know Doug Tenable was making pretty good money designing NFTs for a little while during the big NFT explosion.
Of course, tons of people made money through
But he's
that,
actually a good artist,
money.
so there was some shit art that was selling as NFTs, but there were cool ones designed by good artists.
Yeah.
And I don't know what any of these NFTs are still worth to this day.
I haven't checked the market. I wonder if some of them tanked like Beanie Baby. Was it the digital Beanie Baby of the...
I'm sure a lot of them tanked like that. I just wonder what ones hold any real value.
Nicholas Rassa said NFTs are still going. Sorry to tell you. They still are.
Yeah.
They still are.
I mean, there's still a market. I just think the market has cooled down. So did crypto. So we'll see what happens. They could very well go back up in value. I don't know. They're only worth as much as someone's willing to pay for them.
And there was a ton of scams.
Yes, that contributed to the downfall of it, because people were afraid to get into the market, and to make a market more valuable, you got to get more people into it buying your whatever the collectible is. So we're going to check out antagonism, and we'll get back into news stuff later. I do want to remind everyone, this is our what is today? Thursday bonus show. We usually do it on Saturday, but we're doing it today. We have an adjusted schedule this week, so we need you guys to help us continue the streak that's been going on for like what 4 years, 5 years now. I think if we make it to October of this year, it'll be 5 years that the streak has been active. There's a link. Yeah. There's a link down in the description. I'm gonna pin it in the chat really quick here. So throughout the stream, you guys can chuck us a couple bucks, help us meet the goal. We're in a good spot. We're almost to 50%. We had a big episode on Tuesday where we got really close to our goal. Like, we made a good amount of money, even though YouTube took our stream down a couple times because we were reacting to Super Bowl commercials. And I didn't realize Super Bowl commercials would copyright us, like copy strike us. We didn't get a strike, but our stream got taken down while it was live. And then I disputed all of them, and almost all of them have been overturned. One stuck, and then 2 of them are still in dispute.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Do we know which one stuck?
I'll look it up. But yeah, thanks to the one that stuck, it doesn't matter if the other ones get overturned. It's stupid. And I can't, and until the other ones go through, I can't edit them out of the video using YouTube's editor.
Can you find the billing department for the one that stuck and then bill them for the advertising on our show?
I wish.
Just send them a bill. See what happens. Is that fraud if you just send them a bill?
I don't think it's fraud, no.
You should see what happens.
Yeah. Fraud is usually like
fraud.
Yeah, it's Freud. It's actual Freud, not fraud.
It's Sigmund Freud.
Yeah, it's about wanting to kill your father and
eat your mother.
Yeah. Oh, no. No. It's not like that. It's like this.
I have fucked both of my parents.
Oh my god.
I was going through.
What?
I was looking for that clip earlier, and I found some old like art that made me laugh, like this cutout from when Billy was IRL streaming, and there were these drunk guys in suits.
That poor guy.
I remember this.
Pretty sure Larry died, and that guy's wearing Joe's suit. Too.
Yeah, he put on Joe's suit. Humped this guy and caused him to run into traffic.
Yeah, he almost killed drunk Larry with a butt hump wearing Joe's suit. That was fraud.
Oh my god, it was Freud. Here we go.
Here we go again.
Wow.
I should turn off that goddamn internet.
Oh, don't touch me. Don't touch me.
TP, are they gonna touch me?
Duh. I also saw someone Photoshop Jared to make him look like Shrek, and I thought it was pretty funny.
He loves the swamp.
Oh, God.
I'm casting him as Shrek.
His clothing looks like less... Like, Shrek's clothing looks better than Jared's clothing.
Yeah, Shrek is much more well-dressed.
Yes.
Like, compared to Jared, we can put Shrek on the cover of GQ.
This is blasphemy. Shrek is already hot. Shrek is a very sought-after
the French angel
character. Many people find Shrek attractive.
Do you think he was actually modeled after the French angel?
That's what they said.
He looks a lot like him.
I thought they said that. Maybe I'm wrong.
I know it's a rumor. I don't know if it's confirmed or not.
I thought it was confirmed.
Where's Hannibal at? I see the full Monty. But where is the
Do you, Egghead? Pretty sure Flocka saw your full Monty.
There's an entire subsection of Shrek people who are sexually attracted to Shrek called brogers.
Sexually attracted.
Brogers.
What?
There's brogers.
That sounds like a grocery store.
They're like
a shop at Brogers.
They're like bronies for ogres. They're sexually attracted.
That's weird.
To Shrek.
I don't like that. I'm gonna forget you just said that. Here's Von Helton gave $3,000 to Brittany Venti, and I am very surprised. Brittany Venti is a streamer who leans conservative. She even hung out with like Nick Fuentes and stuff, but we're and his crew. But then they kind of like pushed her out because she's a woman.
Yeah,
she's an attractive young lady.
She's disavowed.
Romance.
She's disavowed.
And she's Von Helton somehow had $3,000 to give her.
Shrek is love. Shrek is life.
Yeah, Dragon in the West knows. Von Helton was made the head of his mother's estate when she passed, and she had some money that she had hoped would go to the grandkids, and Von Helton is in charge of it and is now just throwing $3,000 at Brittany Venti. I don't know if this is a potential college fund, what it was going to do for the grandkids, but he's going to have to answer for all this when tax time comes.
She was, in a little backstory on Brittany, she was kicked off of Twitter because of this drama that's been going on with this woman that claimed to be sex trafficked and that she like made a career off of being a victim.
Yeah.
And it's turning out that wasn't totally true.
She said on the Tim Pool show, she said, what if it's not true? So what if it's not true? See what I've done with see all I've accomplished? She's like, I got CP off of Twitter. It's like, well, that was after Elon bought it, right?
It was never allowed on Twitter anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, here's first the clip where Brittany gets the donation.
See it? Why is it not working? Hold on. $3,000 from real Von Helton with no comment. Absolutely fantastic. I love the energy. I love the energy of here's a big donation and it speaks for itself. Amazing.
Who wouldn't love that energy?
Yeah, amazing energy.
Thank you so much, real Von Helton, for the
Why don't y'all throw some of that energy at DP right now? Like instead of how about this? How about instead of you chuck a few dollars at him, charge some dollars at him?
Yeah, like if you guys have any dead relatives that you're in charge of their estate, give it to us instead of your kids. That's where it's at.
Yeah. But look, at least if you got $3,000, save 15 for the shit show. Come watch us Wednesday and throw that at us.
Yeah, half and half.
$3,000.
All right, now here's Von Helton talking about it. So he's actually, I think, in an actual house now because he lives in his dead mom's house. So he actually has like a bedroom and stuff. But as you can see, the clutter is building.
It's starting.
Yeah.
It's begun.
Yeah.
I like how he's got the Cash App. Like, can you imagine Cash Apping Von Helton right now after he just chucks $3,000 at Brittany Venti?
What? Yeah, what?
Could you imagine the audacity?
He's simping hard for her. You know he is. You know.
Well, maybe she needs a strong man who's 200% Cherokee.
Let's hear what he says here.
Will happen the way it needs to happen. But anyway, like I was saying, Brittany Venti.
You can't even say her name right, and you gave her $3,000.
Hey, Rat Lord Alcaraz, $10 with no message. I like that energy.
I like that
the money
energy.
speaks for itself.
Yeah, to come in with a donation like that.
Got $3,000 in a super chat.
In a super chat, so that means how much of that did
So
Google?
YouTube took about a G.
Yeah.
She has already forgotten Vaughn's name. Unlike you guys, you remember me, right? I have bought your affection, right?
Yeah.
$5 at a time, baby.
Yeah.
Seth looks, you know I love you. You know I love you.
Yeah, you're super, Seth looks.
Yeah.
Because Twitter had unfairly blocked her account, and she had no income.
No, she has income.
Well, don't tell Von Helton that. He just gave her $3,000.
If she got banned from YouTube, then I'd be like, oh, you have a point. Because most of her income's coming from YouTube, not Twitter.
The man thinks he's standing on a pedestal in front of her right now.
No, he's hoping he can get a peek at,
I can't believe
the
YouTube
boobas.
took $1,000 of Von Helton's money so he could give $3,000 to Brittany Venti. She gets $2,000.
Yep.
YouTube just off the top is going to scrape at least a G of that.
Yes.
That's fucking hilarious. Susan Wojcicki stepped down because of that money was enough for her to retire. She was like, oh, we got $1,000 of Von Helton's dead mom money? I'm going to the bank, baby.
And so Brittany Venti got $3,000 added to her super chat. And I was literally the king of the chat all night long.
Whoa, yeah,
Wow.
listen to how he said that, too.
All night long.
All night.
And I'm still
All
king of the chat because I don't think anybody else has sent no $3,000. So
Who's this
We
guy
need
in
you
the
back.
chat that says he set us up and we blew it? I don't know who the fuck that guy is. Well, somebody
Did we
ban him.
blow someone?
Somebody ban that guy.
Wait, who are we banning? Why are we banning people?
I don't even know.
Nobody cares.
Hello.
Just some nobody.
This is not $3,000. I sadly do not have Vaughn's Punisher superhero money.
Yeah, why aren't you guys running around with that Vaughn money? Well, I will
I
say
like
this.
that energy, though. I like that
Everybody who
energy.
donates
$5.
tonight, you'll still be the king of the chat, with or without Vaughn
Helton
money.
Versus Brett the Manatee Keen versus Osama bin Trumpster Bob in a free-for-all batch boy slag fight.
Yeah. Can I be in charge
Birchmore.
of picking king of the chat? Like, well, based on money, I'll read them and be like, yeah, this person's king.
The Kang. Remember when we had Von Helton versus King Cobra in Actual Mania because they both had a fucking wizard arc?
Yeah. And now, we could throw Magicus in there now, too.
When Von Helton went on his wizard arc, it was a good time.
He's still doing it, too, a little bit. He's still wearing the pentacle.
The pentagram? Or is it a pentacle?
Yeah, it's called a pentacle if you're, like, wearing it.
Ah, I
the
didn't
shape
know
is
that.
a pentagram.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
back in the government, Punisher. The aliens are coming. Yeah, apparently the aliens are fucking coming. What about that? Isn't that amazing?
Well, at least
The
Brittany
aliens
Venti's
are
got
fucking coming.
$2,000
Holy
of
shit.
your $3,000 to protect herself from the aliens.
Yeah.
This guy gave $1,000 to YouTube to give Brittany Venti $3,000. Like that's off the rip. Super Chat took a third of that.
Yeah.
That's so funny to me. That's even funnier.
It's kind of ridiculous, Vaughn. You done fucked up, AA Ron. You done fucked up.
Yeah, Big Dono should... Oh, hold on. Who we got here?
Hannibal's in the Super Chat.
The
Says,
fuck are you doing in the super chat?
Says, I stole $3,000. Here's $2, worth every penny. Gracias, even though YouTube's going to take about 64 cents of that. He really was super simp, and then he was like, and I was king of the chat the rest of the
All
night.
night long.
Is that worth $3,000?
You know what? Von Helton probably saw that picture of Brittany Venti getting arrested, and he was just like hooked from that moment. Have you ever seen
poor
that?
Brittany.
You ever seen that picture?
Poor Brittany.
I've never heard of that woman before tonight.
I'm all for Brittany Venti getting Von Helton's money. I think it's fantastic. I hope they put her back on Twitter. I think that's ridiculous that she got off for putting a screen cap of a video of this Eliza Blue character. And I'll go one step further. I think Eliza Blue is an interesting person that deserves her platform. She does not deserve to be taking away other people's platforms when people just call her out for her bullshit. I think we can have people who bullshit and people who call out bullshit at the same time.
She, like, when she got arrested, she was wearing a shirt that was so revealing that the cops, like, covered her up.
All right. Oh, that's the same
It's a
person.
nice jacket.
Yeah. See, they covered her up eventually because it was
Gotcha.
like, yeah.
She's probably cold. I like that energy.
Is Hannibal coming in here or?
Yeah. What's up, Hannibal?
He's just gonna send $2 super chats.
Did you give him the link? Because I don't know.
I sent him the link.
Okay.
I sent the link to him. But
Monty.
you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna call him.
There's a fellow in your lap with a jacket on. Is he your new co-host?
Yeah. This is my buddy. Taking Hannibal's place will be this sweet boy. Look at the camera, buddy.
It's a sweet boy. You guys got matching jackets.
Brittany Venti Mocha Frappuccino.
This is Bosco.
Get it.
This is Bosco. Say hey, Bosco.
Bosco?
Hey. Yeah. No?
Bows.
No, hey? There you go. Get back in the lap. There you go.
That's a fine looking jacket.
Yeah. We look good in our jackets, y'all.
Sweet wa. Mi cago echado. Que los quiero con mucha efervescencia.
Hey, gracias, Frank and Pinky. Para ganar. ¿Quieres
Still in the
más
car,
dinero?
headed to his house.
Para ganar.
I could have swore he was in the car like a half hour ago. Was he like in another state or something?
Yeah.
He's still in the car.
Look, just so y'all know, I think I said this before we started. With Shy High the Beast, my little buddy, baby son.
Have you seen the new South Park episode? I nearly died when Cartman was on the news.
No, I haven't seen that yet. I'll have to check it out.
I've seen clips of it. It was trending last night.
But I went upstairs, read Where the Wild Things Are to my son, snuggled him a bit, tucked him in, turned his Starbelly Dreamlight on, walked out and set up for this show. Hannibal still ain't home.
Wow. Hannibal.
That's all I'm saying.
Hannibal is a very important person.
That's all I'm saying, Hannibal.
Wow.
That's it.
Hannibal knows that I got this. Like, he just knew inherently that we'd be able to cover for him until he got here.
Yeah, we got it. You're fucking up the zebra effect, though.
Remember we watched that video of Dalton Clodfelter on the university campus, and he was triggered. He was doing the Steven Crowder thing.
Yeah.
Well, it ruffled so many feathers locally that the news found out where he lived and came to his house and tried to interview him. And him and I guess the red-haired kid that was like Canada First lives
He moved
with
in
him.
with him.
They must be a couple. I don't know.
They could be a couple.
Yeah.
Or
he was Canada First, and now he lives in Florida.
Well,
what
Chris
a
Jericho was a
sellout.
Canadian as well. Lives in Florida. A lot of the Canadian
He was
wrestlers
born
moved to Florida.
Chris Jericho was born in the United States. Yeah, his dad played for the New York Rangers, I think, or the Islanders, one of those two teams. So Chris Jericho was actually born in the States. He grew up in Canada, but he's natural-born citizen. He could
Would
run
he
for
consider
president.
himself a Canadian?
I mean, he's both. He has dual citizenship.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, if you're
Didn't know
born in the U.S., but like one of your parents is a Canadian citizen, you'll probably get dual citizenship. So, especially if your dad is like a famous hockey player. Here's the attempted interview. It's funny how like these guys are little turds. The way they deal with this reporter. The reporter honestly doesn't do that well against them either, but they're just throwing memes at him.
You're here to slander us. This is a young Christian man who's doing God's work. He's a staunch conservative, and you're coming out here to try and slander him in front of his own house? Like, why?
We're just following our instructions from our newsroom. They wanted to find out
Following
why.
instructions.
Well, yeah.
So why are you going to show up at his house like this?
Because we want
You're
to
going to
ask
dox him? Do you want to dox him?
We want to.
Do you want to dox him? It's like, dude, you are so terminally online that you don't understand that when a news organization wants to interview, they can just knock on your front door. You can say, no, I don't want to talk to you. Can you please leave? And they have to leave. But there's this like doxing thing. This whole generation that like grew up online, I think a lot of them spend so much time online, they don't really understand how the real world works.
I mean, that's a lot of young people too. Like before
Right
there
now.
was even an online, young people usually have a very pinpointed version of the world and they think they can save it. And then they start to have to pay bills. And then they're 40 and they're like, these young kids don't understand what real doxing was.
Ask him why he's expressing this sort of hatred.
It's not
for
hatred.
Jewish people.
I mean, there was, like, if you lived in a local area, there was no doxing. You'd get a phone book once a year that
They
had
dox
everyone's
me
name.
every year, dude.
Yeah. That's
They
what I'm
dox me
talking
every
about.
year in that phone book.
You had to if you had an address in town, your shit got listed. You had to request to be unlisted. Otherwise, you were getting published in the phone book. So
It's love.
How can it be love?
Ye loves everybody.
Do you think harassing a 22-year-old
Yeah,
guy
you're
in
harassing
his house is love, you freak? Really?
I don't.
looks like they're both putting on some pounds, honestly. First of all, Dalton got kicked out of the military. They both putting on some chonker pounds right now. I can tell. Eventually, they're gonna probably stop shaving.
We're
You're a
harassing you
freak.
by simply going up to your door
No,
and
you're a
asking if
freak.
you
No,
want
you're
to
a freak. You're standing out here for what's been an hour?
An hour? We haven't been
15 minutes, 30 minutes, however long.
15 minutes, 30 minutes? Okay, yeah, it's not an hour.
Dalton piss whistle is turning into Tony. Who's Andy Kaufman's alter ego?
Tony Clifton.
Yeah, he looks like Tony Clifton.
Yeah, he just needs the mustache.
He's got like a shitload mustache growing in there.
Yeah, that's all he can grow.
He's gonna start talking out the back of his throat. This is a fucking psycho.
Long, dude. It's weird. You're a creep. You do understand that, right?
I don't know how you define a creep. I
By
would think
standing
there's
outside
showing up
someone's
at a
house
random
with a
guy's
camera.
house with a camera. There's no law against that?
No, but it just doesn't make you creepy.
Yeah, journalists do that.
It makes you creepy. It's like, what? Dude, he's with the news. He has a microphone with the
and
name of the channel he works
and
for.
this is
on
their
it.
camera, right?
Yes.
They came out with their camera and microphone to counterbalance it. Like, you're a creep. Okay, yeah, no, I get it. Back in the day, you used to be able to just call people a slur. But now you have to start calling them a pedo or a Nazi or a creep.
I thought everyone would connect and freely exchange ideas with all the fervor that characterizes the human condition. I'm a doo-doo head.
Yep. It's all right. You figured it out.
You're still a creep.
Yeah,
Journalists
exactly.
are creeps.
All we want to know is why would you go to
You're a
this?
creep. You're a creep and you're lame. You're a creep.
You're a creep and you're lame.
You're lame. You're a bozo.
And you're
That's
short,
what you
too.
are.
He's like, look, kids, I'm going to teach you a lesson. When we come to your house like this, all you have to do is decline to comment
and go and be like, go away.
You
basically.
can decline to comment, and we'll leave. What you've done here for us is given us a wealth of videotape to show what a couple of fucking King Kong douchers you are. Thank you for that. Back to you, boss.
I'm not wearing shoes and I'm taller than you.
That has nothing to do with it, really. We just want to know why you feel like you've got to go to college campuses and stir things up and express.
Why do you have to go to somebody's house and
for
stir
Jewish
things up?
people?
Why do you have to do that?
We literally just told you why. He wants to know why you're going to college campuses, stirring up hatred for Jewish people.
It's hatred for white Christian men.
You hate us.
Everybody's entitled to their own views.
Get this guy
right?
on camera too.
I mean, to be fair, we do kind of hate them.
That's the actual news camera. I don't know why he's so far away, but yeah.
It's not because they're white and Christian that we hate them. He's probably got a good lens. He's probably gets a good.
I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here?
I don't belong here.
Say you love Adolf Hitler.
We love everybody. Are you a Christian?
Yes, I am.
Do you believe in forgiveness? Do you believe?
Oh yeah, that camera can zoom in really far. They just showed the camera.
Love? Do you believe in forgiveness?
Not when his sins are that great.
Why? God loves everybody. God loves everybody.
I can't believe they're using Christianity to be like, you need to forgive Hitler or you're not a real Christian.
Well, I mean,
it's like, wow.
Christianity has always been a tool for people to perpetuate their own agendas. It's depends on how big your following is, whether or not you get your agenda pushed. You tell people it's God, and you quote from the Bible, and you put all the little psalms or whatever what the quips are in the Bible. Use the quips to apply to your agenda, so you can grease your agenda through to the public using the Bible. Anybody who uses the Bible, they use it to follow or to lead. And it's never in the direction that the Bible tells you to go.
Everyone, please like the stream if you could, please. Everyone watching right now, give it a like. It helps out the stream a lot.
Does he not? Does God forgive and love everyone? So you're a Christian. What is Christian? Does it mean Christ-like? You're supposed to be like Christ, my friend. If you do not forgive...
Actually, I believe it. You just have to accept the divinity of Christ. You don't have to be anything like him. Yeah, because all you have to do is say you're sorry and it gets forgiven. You're not expected, because the Christian belief is that Christ was literally sinless and that through him you can be forgiven of any sin if you truly repent for it.
Does it count if you say you're sorry?
I'm sorry. Yeah, as long as it's not sorry. It has to. Yeah, it has to be the Canadian sorry.
I'm sorry.
Which also means excuse me, or like... Canadians use sorry for multiple things. It doesn't just mean that they're sorry for something.
Canadians, when they orgasm, they say sorry. Sorry.
Oh, so you have to wait. Let me see if I can do it. Sorry. Did I do it right?
You're almost Canadian, yeah.
It's SOORY. Sorry.
Then love everyone, then you are not Christ-like.
course.
Do you love Hitler? Do you love Hitler?
I do not.
Do you forgive Hitler?
I don't think I can.
I don't have to love Hitler, but I'll tell you this. I like what Hitler did at the very end.
Because he killed Hitler.
Did he say, do you forgive him?
I'll give Hitler props for killing Hitler. No other man in history did that.
You can't agree. You can't.
I would say that many Christians
exterminated millions of people.
I would say that many Christians should forgive and love everyone and bring them to Christ.
Maker tonight, sweet bois.
We're making it rain. Thank you.
How about you start by forgiving and loving the guy that just knocked on your fucking door for an interview? You called him a creep. Now that you've got him in a situation where he has probably gotten enough footage out of you to paint the picture of who he needs to. You're now saying, my friend, you're trying to dictate the direction a little bit and do your God message. But this God message is like putting hand sanitizer over a pile of dog shit.
He complained about him being there and then proceeded to give him the footage he was there to get. It's ridiculous.
You, sir, are a creep standing outside of a young family's home right now in the middle of a Tuesday. You're a weirdo.
Do you deny the Holocaust happened?
Why does it matter what day of the week it is?
But yet you say
people died, obviously, in World War II. That's besides the point. Why do you care so much?
And this is like what we're talking about when you come here to like slander us with stuff like that.
Yeah. Do you deny the Holocaust?
Yeah.
Doofus, bro. Doofus.
Because you're saying that, do you deny the Holocaust? What are you talking about?
You're a doofus, you're a freak, you're a weirdo.
You've gone to certain college campuses and expressed this
different
point of view.
We talk about Ye. What do you think about Ye?
It's love.
What do you think about Ye West?
What do you like about his message?
What do you think about Ye?
Why are we talking about Ye now?
They run a podcast because they're affiliated with Nick Fuentes, who's affiliated with Kanye.
And say awful things so I can clip them out of context because I like to stir the poo-poo, stir the poo-poo, stir the poo-poo until it's nice and thick.
Thank you.
On the dance floor. On the dance floor.
Yeah, I think these two host a podcast, which is like I think they call it like the Yay Cast or something like that.
They do, really?
Yeah, I think so. I don't remember the exact name, but it's something like that.
It's about love.
I don't know the guy.
Do you listen to his music?
No.
No.
Ever heard Graduation?
You seem more like a Beach Boys kind of guy.
You ever heard Graduation? You seem more like a Donda guy.
Why are we selling Graduation right now? It was a good album.
He said you seem more like a Beach Boys kind of guy. It's like, yeah, and he is like an older guy. I don't.
I'm 63. I don't think Ye is part of my musical selection nowadays.
Sure.
But why do you?
Well, I'm asking you the question.
Like his
I'm asking you the question.
We're interviewing you. We have the camera out here.
Why'd you get into journalism?
We're flipping the script.
Because I want to.
Oh my God!
We're flipping the script.
I look at these two guys, and I'm constantly looking for reasons to like them.
Why?
Because I want to give everybody every opportunity until the day they die. Until the day they die.
Whatever.
Everybody deserves second chances, but these mealy-mouthed motherfuckers are just nailing their coffin shut every time they open their dumb fucking mouths.
I want to put the truth out there. I want to inform
Really? So
people.
this
The
is
truth
the
is
truth?
slandering young Christian conservatives.
Why don't you investigate the pharmaceutical companies that are preying upon young kids and getting them killed and addicted to antidepressants?
How are they doing that?
Well, they're getting them addicted to antidepressants. Do you think it's okay for a child to be on antidepressant pills?
So tell us,
as well as, or like just prescribing people with ADD and then giving them Adderall.
So where do you plan to go next with
Do
your?
you know how Adderall affects people with ADHD? It's good for people with ADHD. If it's overprescribed, we have a problem. And we could talk about the industry there if you like, but let's not segue from the fact that you're over here drumming up shit, being a little shit stirrer at a college campus, and now you're trying to walk away from it. And speak your point. You got a guy from the news here with a microphone.
Yeah. He's just deflecting. He doesn't really give a shit about ADHD meds.
Use it the right way.
About it.
We're going all around America.
Yeah. Next is everywhere.
How do you feel about the reception you've had on the college campus?
Love it.
So
UCF, a lot of people.
We had
agree
a
with
vast majority of people support us.
When the
at
video
UCF.
releases on
It's funny because they're talking to him and standing awfully close to him if they think he's creepy, right? Like if you really thought someone was creepy, would you go out and talk to them at all? Probably not.
They don't think he's creepy.
Of course.
They're loving.
That's a common internet thing that people do now to to like defame someone else.
They have
they're
to,
creepy.
They have to lob new insults because if this was 20 years ago, they just call him a gay slur or something.
Wednesday on Cozy.
Go with her.
TV. Put this in there, all right? Cozy.tv/Dalton Clodfelter at 6:30 p.m. There's a lot of people who agreed with us.
Don't you think
There's
it would
a
be
lot of people who agree with us? We know because they put that little emoji in the chat when we say Hitler stuff.
though to try some different approach where you're not antagonizing people?
I'm not. We had a bulldog sick on us. He was almost spit on. I was almost hit. We got over 100 death threats in one night.
Yeah.
People said
so what? Be proud that you went out there and stirred your shit pot. You're not a victim, Papa. A dog, some spit. Like, you know how many people have had dogs sicked on them and been spit on for their advancement in society?
They said a bulldog. Bulldogs are like frumpy little, like they've got a powerful bite, but they can hardly run.
Can
They're
they
all
even
out of
reproduce?
I think.
Yeah, we're talking
I think
about
that
Rubble
usually.
from the Paw Patrol,
I'm
y'all.
sure
That's
it's
not an
happened.
attack.
I'm sure it's happened, but normally they're artificially inseminated. But old school bulldogs from like 100 years ago could literally take down a bull, but they have been like bred to look all weird, and now they're not like attack dogs.
Shoot us with a 9mm. You
Are you
understand?
worried? Yeah, okay. Are you worried about your
And we're
safety?
saying it's love, but you keep calling me hateful. Are those people hateful?
But are you worried?
No. Answer the
came to
question.
call you hateful.
Are those people hateful for threatening our lives?
I don't know. I think they're just
What do you
expressing
mean
how
you
they
don't?
feel.
What do you mean? But I'm hateful for saying love. Are you insane?
If you were just saying love, it would be a different conversation. Don't use love as a shield for your bullshit.
No, I'm not
Does this
insane.
dude ever call them
Are the
hateful?
dorks that watch
At
them
any
on the
point?
platform that only people that agree with their bullshit watch. Wow, great argument, Dalton.
Yeah, everyone on Cozy TV agrees with me.
Victim of the pharmaceutical company. That's exactly why you need to look into it, because you're crazy.
Well, I guess we can't change your mind, but we were just hoping we could get a better understanding of why.
Well, I
you've
hope you
taken
got
this
one. I hope
extreme
you got
view.
one. Stop harassing my neighbors and bothering them and bringing them into something that they're not involved in.
She stopped and talked to us.
Do you
We
think
didn't-
that they support anything that I do?
I don't know.
No, of course not.
What a self-report! What a self-report!
This unbearable prick. I love it. You're a fucking... Hold the microphone in front of this guy's face. Let him talk. And he's his own best debate partner.
Do you remember when him and Beardson came into our Discord? They got banned because they jumped into the voice chat and kept saying the N-word.
Yeah.
But yeah.
They don't know. They don't care.
What else do you do? What is your real job? Do you have another job?
Yeah, I'm a streamer.
A streamer.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you make a living doing that?
Yes.
Just through advertising?
It's kind of
on
like what
social
you
media?
do, but without the lies and the fake facade of self-seriousness.
You still believe that you...
Here's my biggest issue with this. I have not heard this dude accuse them of anything. Am I wrong?
No.
He's just asking questions, and they're accusing him of saying shit he didn't say. Where's this coming from?
Do we have the news clip from this? Did it make the actual news?
I think it made the news.
I'd love to see how it was clipped and edited for 6 o'clock news. And they must look like total fucking idiots.
Control all the major institutions in the country?
That's a fact.
Including the media?
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
Do you know the population of Jews in America? Do you know that number?
I do not.
1.9%.
Okay.
Do you know who does run the pharmaceutical company?
Now he's doing all of his talking points.
Do you know who are the presidents of all the major universities?
I don't know that
Okay,
either.
well, they're all Jews.
They're all Jews.
Yep.
Is there something
7 out of
that?
9 of them, or 7 out of 8 of them
They
are
tend
Jews.
to
In
be
terms
fucked up, just like the rest of us. But they swear they're the good guys. So they think, if I'm this fucked up, imagine those heathens.
of the college campus.
Okay. Is there something wrong with that?
Ivy League. I believe they have an in-group preference, and they're allowed to hold people back. Do you believe in systemic racism? Do you believe that white people get white privilege?
Oh my God!
No, I haven't really thought about that.
Of course, he's 63 years old.
Put that in there. Get yourself canceled and say you haven't thought about that. How about that? Put that in there and then show the people know that you don't know.
That was just my drop. Why did that dude drop the mic?
Believe in white privilege.
I do vote.
Okay.
Who'd you vote for?
So then you're supporting people who have killed other people.
Babies.
Yeah.
Do you
kill
believe in the
babies.
war? Do you believe in the war in Afghanistan? Do you believe in dropping bombs on children in mud huts?
No.
killing children, because that's what the people
No one
you
would
vote
have
for.
heard
that, but who'd you vote for in 2016?
No one with a heart
Oh my
would,
God.
would approve.
Who'd you vote
of
for in
dropping
2016?
bombs
Who'd
on
you vote
babies.
for?
Clinton.
He lied on his resume.
I lied on my
You don't
resume.
want, they wouldn't hire you if you voted for Trump. You remember Benghazi?
Do I remember it?
No, I guess not.
There
You don't really know much about anything.
There are too many other issues.
63-year-old guy in Florida. You're telling me he didn't vote for Trump? You're telling me that the media cares what this guy fucking votes for? This guy's gonna walk into work and he's gonna do what they ask him to do, and that's why they hired him. They don't give a fuck who he voted for. They know he's gonna do what the company asked him to do, which is why he's on your fucking lawn with a microphone asking you questions about your stupid fucking YouTube career, your dumbass video.
Issues like what? Like spreading lies about young Christian conservatives?
You see this?
I do.
What is that? What is he doing?
He's doing a T-pose.
Yeah, this is
now
what
they're
the
just
kids,
memeing at this.
This is what the kids
old
do.
Reporter.
The kids do the T-pose now.
That's a thing? What does it supposed to mean?
It means that this might mean that he's
a white nationalist.
I think what you're supposed to do is T-pose to scare off a bear.
I'll be right back.
It's a tactic you use if a bear's coming after you. You spread your arms out and it scares off a bear. Why the kids do it, I don't know. What I do know,
I don't get it,
is that I'm part bear and a T-pose never stopped me.
Yeah. What the fuck? How is that? I'm looking up T-pose right now. I want to know more.
We gotta figure out all the T-pose information. Is that the new dabbing?
Or is it more like planking?
I don't know if it's even. Maybe it's dabbing. I think that it was compared to dabbing. Maybe was it a Super Bowl commercial? They were something recently was seeing how many T-poses versus dabs were. And maybe a video game or a commercial or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Man. It's so confusing.
I just Googled it, and it said, what does it mean to T-pose someone? Visually, the T-pose is when someone stands straight up, legs together, arms fully extended, like Christ on the cross, or a rock star basking in adulation. In 3D animation, this default pose for character models, this is the default pose for character models when there's no positioning or movement specified. And what the fuck does it mean, though? They didn't tell me what it meant.
It's cock.
On someone and only you know what it means, then you are the dork, not them.
Exactly.
It's cack.
Cack.
Yeah.
Cack.
It's cack.
Not cack.
We're Groiper gang out here.
Excuse me.
Oh,
We're
God.
Groiper gang out here.
Okay, so I read about that. I believe that's expressing anti-Semitism, associating it with Christians. Is that right?
No, it's
A
cack.
Groiper is a toad.
It's cack. Yeah, dude, it's a frog. Are you crazy? Like, dude, you're so.
Okay, guys, well, we're going to go. Is there anything else you want to put out there that you think the public should know about
Yeah,
your
God
message?
loves you. God forgives. And we're
America
gonna bring
first.
the truth.
Shout
to
out
the
Nicholas
people.
J. Fuentes.
Shout out Nick Fuentes. Shout out Cozy.tv.
Shout out Ye.
Shout out Ye.
Shout
Oh,
out
God.
Donda 2.
Donda 2 rocks. Ye made
Great
Graduation.
album.
It's untouchable. The Life of Pablo is the greatest gay album ever created. And you need to get some better drip, bro. You got them.
You got a starter with
You need to get some better drip, bro. From
Yo, look, I was going to get up to go to the bathroom. Now I'm going to get up and throw up a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Hannibal
I'll be right
just
back.
joined.
Hannibal's here. Hannibal's here. I'll be back, Hannibal. I'll be back. Oh, my God. What the fuck? Oh, holy shit.
The cool thing about this is all their followers are going to think they owned this guy. Yeah, but they told him to get better drip. They T-posed. Oh, my God. It's an easy existence to talk Hitler to disenfranchised youth. People have been doing it for a long time. Oh, God.
So Hannibal's in here. I can kind of hear him, but
yeah, I'm working. I'm having camera issues. I'm working on it though. I'm working on it. Goddamn it! I'm getting to it.
You know how Nazi punks used to be like the gateway?
Yeah, like skinhead, like racist skinheads. Basically.
Yeah, I remember when I was a kid, it was like that's what I was scared of was like Nazi punks. I thought they were all racist skinheads. You know, I didn't know that there was a huge difference because all I knew when I was a little kid about punks were like the skinheads, the Nazis. I'd see it on Donahue or Sally Jesse Raphael or something.
Well, on that Geraldo episode, the fight that broke out where Geraldo's face got all rearranged was a fight between non-racist and Nazi skinheads.
Yeah, but I was like 8. I didn't know the nuance of the different levels of them. But like I'm looking at it right now, and these guys are supposed to be.
They look like nerds.
You're supposed to be what those skinheads were when I was a kid. But
they're the kind of kids skinheads beat up when we were kids.
Seriously.
Like, what?
Like, I had a reason to be like, oh, fuck, that's scary. This sucks because, like, nobody's scared of these guys. All these kids are like, oh, yeah, they're cool. They're cool. They're just like me. Ugh.
Bro, you got them daggum.
I happen to like those shoes. Those are my favorite.
What are those? Hey. Where'd you get those?
Don't you know that?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just messing with you. I think you look very sharp.
On every
now he's complimenting him.
He's got to.
I think you're very sharp.
Look what he's fucking wearing. These guys look like they're about to go walk to the store to buy pickle-flavored ice cream because they're both pregnant.
They both kind of look like they've been snacking on DoorDash 24/7. Because I remember what they looked like a year ago when we first started talking, and they're getting chunky, both of them. I can see the Canada First guy. He's got a belly coming out. They used to be skinny little femboy groipers, you know?
They got that streamer money, so they DoorDash all the time.
Yep.
That's the one thing about Hassan Piker. He DoorDashes all the time, but he works out all the time. My guy might get DoorDash 4, 5, 6 times a day, but he's beefy. He's working out.
He is like one of the laziest streamers ever. It's so interesting. Like sometimes, especially during a long stream, I'll eat, but I'll like be paying attention to what's going on. He'll literally eat and not even pay attention, or not, he'll just let things play. He'll go to the bathroom for like 10 minutes and just let the video play.
I don't watch him live, but I'll get like recommended stream clips, and like the beginning of the stream clips, he's gone for like 20 minutes, coming back with some food.
Yeah,
but those are the clips people decide to clip.
Yeah,
but
I would
T-posing for dominance was a meme a few years ago. The joke comes from when a game would glitch out a trader model, and they'd slide around, unmoving. The joke only works in certain groups or contexts.
Yeah, the
Doing
T-pose
in an interview is seizure level cringe.
It is cringe. The T-pose itself comes from the game, the character in the game, without any information to tell it how to move. It starts out in the T-pose. So like Super Mario, before you tell him to jump, kick, or punch, his CGI graphics are defined as the T-pose. That's so when it glitches, it goes back to the character without any information sent to it.
Too old two-tone songs that reference skinheads because the Nazis ripped off the style.
Yep. Yeah, like skinheads were fans of ska music originally. Yeah. I told you the history of ska though. Like ska came from Jamaica originally. It was Jamaican music in the 50s.
Yeah.
It was a precursor to reggae. Reggae is like a slower. Reggae like came out I think in the 60s or 70s, and ska was a 50s thing. Hannibal, on your end, can you see your camera?
Yeah, I can see my camera. I can see
you guys. I'm gonna jump out of the call. Just stay in the call. I'm gonna jump out and come back in again, and then I should be able to see you.
Okay.
All right.
Now that the stream's down, I'm gonna pull my penis out.
The stream's not down.
Oh no!
There we go. And I'll share screens with you here.
Awesome. And look, listen, if you want to drop out the other guy that's on the show, that's fine.
You mean Monty?
Yeah, that guy. You know what I'm saying? The guy that doesn't do music, you can drop him out altogether.
College campus you go to, I think people are dreading your visit, and they
love us.
So. We've got
so we're actually invited.
Yeah,
do you believe in the First Amendment?
Do you believe in the law?
Yeah. Well, that's anonymous. People don't want to have their names attached to it because they're afraid of people like you coming to their house to bug them.
What about the First Amendment? Do you believe in that?
Sure.
What are they doing?
But we have to draw the line somewhere. We can't have people.
Free speech is free speech.
Look at this goofy ass.
Nick Fuentes has admitted that he would ban things like blasphemy and stuff like that if he was, if he had his way. So they don't really believe in free speech. They believe in the free speech that allows them to say the kind of rhetoric they say. But if they had their way, they'd ban all the speech they don't like.
All right, gentlemen. Can I get your name? Because I guess you're...
No, don't give him anything. Don't tell him anything.
Russell.
I'm Tyler.
You're a co-founder of this group, right?
A co-founder? I mean, I'm the other host of Ye's Right.
Tyler and Dalton.
Ye's Right. That's their podcast.
All they need is an
Right.
Aiden, and it would be complete. Tyler, Dalton, and Aiden.
Tip train, motherfuckers.
Brah! We got 62.5% of the way to our goal. Our goal needs to be finished tonight. So
the name of their podcast is called Ye is Right.
Yes. Yeah, but they actually have one. They actually have 1 degree of separation between them and Ye, because these are
because they work. Nick Fuentes' guys. I've seen these guys before.
Yeah.
I think you should add an extra degree of separation if mental illness is involved.
I have to say, I don't care how big of a fan you've been of Ye in the past. Anybody, dude's hanging out with Nick Fuentes and his cronies, that has to drop him down multiple pegs.
Unless it's mental illness.
No, I don't care.
Listen, I've had to look. Listen, I have had to come to a very hard realization that like Kanye West is probably my favorite rapper of all time, and watching his descent into madness over the last few years has just been like, I can't endorse, I can't listen to this guy's music anymore. I can't. It infuriates. Like I can't even listen to an old Kanye song without just being like, God damn it, man.
Dude,
fucking
when we first played a Nick Fuentes video for you, did you ever imagine Kanye West hanging out with him?
No. Not at all. Not at all. This guy is insane. I was like, does Kanye know who Nick Fuentes is? You know what I'm saying? Like Nick Fuentes has openly said he thinks it's gay to have sex with women. I'm like, and now he's representing Kanye West. It's like who very famously said he wanted to marry a porn star and then married Kim Kardashian. Right? It's just weird. It's really. Yeah,
I like Tone Loc too.
Yeah, man.
Tone
Loc should run for president.
Tone Loc was an all-star in Ace Ventura and Ferngully.
Wasn't Young MC like his cousin or something? Weren't they related?
I think so.
There's a lot of
I think so.
People related in hip hop.
I loved how a lot of his early shit, like Tone Loc shit, was just sampled from like rock music from the decade before.
Yeah.
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 Everything was kind of a sample at that point in time, right?
Yeah, but like some of it was rock music and some of it was like Kraftwerk, was like early hip hop. People sampled Kraftwerk, which was like a German electronic group.
Break beats, all that good stuff.
Yeah, a lot of shit was getting sampled back in the day. And like I think about the way those records were sampled, especially like the way DJ Premier and like Pete Rock was sampling, where they would like chop up like 10 or 15 different songs and be like, I'm gonna grab like this horn loop from this song and then the drum loop from this other song and then the vocal part from this other song. Like you could not do that today because of sample clearance law. It wouldn't allow you to make that kind of record anymore. So like when I listen to like old school hip hop, like even like when you go back and listen to like old school like Insane Clown Posse, you couldn't make that type of music in 2023.
Back
you just couldn't.
A radio station here was changing formats, so the outgoing station played Tone Loc's Wild Thing for 24 hours non-stop. It was rad.
Wow, dang.
I feel like Wild Thing and Funky Comodina almost sound exactly the same.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah, they very, very similar, and then the like his tone of voice and his flow did not change from song to song. So it was just it was like, hey man, listen, like when the iron is hot, strike again.
He sounds like a dude that smokes 100 cigarettes a day.
Funky Comodina.
He sounds like a guy that wanted to be a cop and was like, you know what, man, fuck this, I'm just gonna do it for the streets, and it became like Shaft. That's what he sounds like. Like he should have like a guy with a fucking wah guitar following him around as he saw his prime in a leather jacket. It'd be amazing.
Give him a wah guitar.
Yes, sometimes because I've been trying to teach myself how to play basic drums because I have an electronic drum set, and I love to switch it to 808 and play along with Wild Thing on it because it's very simple and it does like the boom 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 like that. Yeah.
Okay. Are these guys are they owning the journalist right now? Are they destroying him?
Their fans
Not
think
at
they
all.
are.
Ah, rats. Okay, that's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see this handicap match.
Them and their fans have almost like the same mentality as Jared Genesis, where like they can get owned so hard and they'll still think they came out on top, no matter what.
And look, real quick, I know I got to the show a little bit tardy today, right? I am aware that I was a few minutes late tonight.
An hour late.
I gotta send
more than a few minutes. What are we talking about?
Hey, shut the fuck up, Monty. I'm talking to. Okay, I gotta say something real fast. I gotta say what's up to my good friend and Native American Von Helton. What's up, my guy? I hope you're doing well. Listen, having some car problems, and I need about $3,000 to fix my shit. So, holla at your boy.
Yeah.
Okay, when you came on the shit show, all right. I heard you. White people was the original Indians. They came from Russia. I remember. Listen, call me, bro. Okay, that's my
That
guy,
sounds like some Mormon
right?
shit right there.
Holler at your boy.
Yeah.
Be a good time to throw $300,000 at your boy.
And you live in Vero Beach too?
Of course, I live in Florida.
300.
What else do you
They're
do?
still
Do you have
going?
I'm a streamer. Cozy.tv.
So you spend most of your time on social
I
media?
can almost guarantee you the guy on the left probably isn't even here on a working visa. Like, he could probably be kicked out of the country because he's working and making money while he's in the U.S. and not reporting it. I doubt he would get a visa.
Media.
Of course. I love social media.
Okay.
Like, when you're here, like, when an American goes to Canada or the other way around, you're given like a visitor visa and you can be in the country and be like a visitor, but you can't work. You need like a working visa for that to happen. And I doubt he has one because it takes a while to get one.
All right, guys.
And streamer usually isn't a qualified profession for that. You need to be like a desired profession, like a doctor.
Streamers are qualified profession for anything, really.
but Black Dynamite, I sell drugs to the community. I'm sorry, but I'm a streamer. Monty, what are you trying to say?
Thank you.
Well,
I
thank
wouldn't
you.
put that on a resume.
I appreciate your coming out to talk to us.
I reached out. I sent your contact information out to a bunch of young folks who might want to talk to you. So.
Okay. Good.
So be on the lookout for that.
So be on the lookout.
Very good. Thank you.
So be on the lookout for that. We doxed you. We doxed you, bro.
It's so stupid.
Big win for Dalton Piss Whistle and Canada First. Danny
Dalton Piss
Bonaducci.
Whistle. I like it.
Yeah, listen, man. Listen. I see them winning this fight against the journalist. All right, like he didn't even put up a defense. You know, he didn't call them pedophiles at no point of the argument at all. It's like he didn't even want to win. It was like he didn't even put his fucking hands up and defend himself.
Yeah, I just beat everybody.
Yeah.
I challenge other guy with.
Sometimes you just got to point the camera at somebody and they'll do all the hard work themselves.
This is an interesting video that someone sent in. It's a debate, interview/debate between Jesse Lee Peterson and Aaron Ra, who's like an old school YouTube atheist guy.
I want to see this.
It's ridiculous.
You piqued my interest, man.
Because
I love this because Monty was like, "Ooh, I want to see this," implying that he did not want to see anything else y'all showed him tonight. That's why we got to kick him off the show, okay? Like his dementia is showing through the jacket. We got to get rid of him.
I didn't want to see T-Po's guy. He confused me.
I have fucked both of my parents.
But like no lube either. He just went in raw. Like it's
those are lies and slander. That's like, an edited video.
It's not. That's the funniest thing about it. It's
obviously taken out of context.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen an ape turn into a human being? Have I ever seen a dog turn into a dachshund?
No. Have you ever seen an ape turn into a human being?
Have I ever seen a car turn into a Corvette?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Have I ever seen a shark turn into a fish?
I didn't ask.
The point he's making is that humans are apes. They're a type of ape.
About any of those things. I asked, when have you ever seen an ape turn into a human being?
I'm trying to illustrate the fallacy of your question.
How's that fallacy?
He's using way too big of words for him.
Yeah, Jesse doesn't understand that, bro. Aaron, dumb it down. Jesse ain't gonna get it.
You wrote that we're all ape. You must have.
And we are.
You
and
must
that book,
have at some point all these hundreds and thousands of years. At some point, you would have seen if an ape turned into a human being. Have you ever seen an ape turn into a human being?
Once again, humans are apes in the same way that a duck is a bird. So if you ask me if I've ever seen a bird turn into a duck, that's kind of a stupid question.
Because I didn't ask that. I didn't ask that.
Jesse's too dumb, Aaron. He's too dumb.
You have to understand the intelligence of my audience.
Why you got to be black, Jesse? Why you can't be something else? Shit. Fuck, man.
I ask, have you ever seen an ape turn into a human being?
That is a nonsense question.
Why?
Because it's like asking for a place halfway between Los Angeles and California.
No, it's not. I didn't ask about that.
I didn't ask that.
You don't know what you asked.
Because I'm in Los Angeles and California.
I do know. You wrote this book called "We Are All Apes,"
and it gives the proof
I'm
in the book.
asking, have you personally seen a human being, an ape turn into a human being?
It would be impossible for a human being to be anything other than an ape, for the same reason that it is impossible for a dachshund to be anything but a dog. Have you ever seen a dog turn into a dachshund?
Why are you running from that question?
I'm not.
Why are you running for that question?
Come on, bro. You cannot be this dumb. You cannot be this dumb.
Love it.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like he really is, and sometimes I'm like, oh, he's playing it up.
I feel like he's this dumb right now.
I would just say yes. Fuck it. I'd be like, yeah, I seen it. Yeah. And then what? I seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
I've been to that place halfway between Los Angeles and California.
Yeah. I've been there at least 3 times. I've driven between California and Los Angeles for sure. Yep.
I'm answering the question. I'm illustrating.
No, you're running.
Question.
You're running from that question. You wrote this book.
Surgery on a grape.
Oh.
I am facing you head on, answering your question directly.
No, you're not.
Humans are a subset of the category of apes.
I didn't ask you that.
We start out
you
apes.
how
we can't. So therefore, it makes no sense to ask how the parent category turns into the subcategory. It is exactly the same as asking if I've ever seen a bird turn into a duck.
He looks like a vampire.
Do you understand why the question? Have you ever seen a bird turn into a duck?
Dude.
How about I ask you
that wasn't the question.
But that's the same question, isn't it?
You wrote the book saying we are. You tried to divert. You tried to deviate from the question. And you wrote a book called "We Are All Apes." And so how can you write a book that says we're all ape when you never seen?
I get it. This is what Roseanne Barr was talking about on Twitter that got her canceled. She was just agreeing with Aaron Ra.
Yeah, that's all it was. Roseanne was agreeing with Aaron Ra.
Listen. She took some Ambien and just accidentally agreed with Aaron Ra. That's all it was.
Yeah, she started thinking of like phylogeny and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and she's like, we're all apes. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I get it. Like I take Ambien and I immediately start believing in evolution myself. So I get it.
When I take Ambien, I'm like, fuck those filthy Kinkos. I hope they'll burn in fucking hell. If I catch my daughter dating one, I'm punching them in the goddamn throat.
I usually get, when I take Ambien, I get real racist towards people from Easter Island.
Yeah, fucking Kinkos. Fuck them.
Ape turn into a human being.
Have you ever seen a duck turn into a? Have you ever seen a bird turn into a duck?
Why are you dodging the question, man?
I'm not dodging the question. I'm answering it.
No, you're not. It's like when I asked you if you love a Christian, you went all around.
I answered that question.
I asked you where you going, you tell me where you been.
And I answered your question directly.
What? Oh man, Jess, I love. Listen, I wish we had clues bombs on y'all shit, man. Drop one clues bombs for Jesse Lee Peterson, man. I love that he's not gonna let a little thing like reason or logic fuck up his argument. He is just going for irritation and
Jesse walks in and says, "Look, I want to establish the rules before this discussion. Reason and logic, leave those outside.
Yeah, you know what it's like.
Tolerated here."
It's like playing a game with a child where they make up the rules as they go. It's like, all right, we're gonna shoot baskets. We're gonna shoot baskets, and whoever gets to 5 first wins. But if you get to 5 first, then it's a backflip contest. And that's what he's doing. He's literally doing that in real time. You know what? I love it. I love his commitment to not giving a fuck. I love it.
Yeah,
amazing.
I ask you where you're going.
Fucking fucks.
I ask you where you're going. You tell me where you've been. Jesse, I'm trying to tell you, both places are the same.
Egghead!
We're all Egghead in the Now Show. Thank you, Egghead Show, for that gracious donation.
Wait, what did Egghead send?
Egghead put, honestly, Egghead put Von Helton levels of money.
Look at what Egghead sent me for Egghead got this and designed it for
Egghead,
the Actual
like
Mania Championship belt.
Yeah. I like that energy. I just want to say that, Egghead.
Mm-hmm.
I really like that energy.
Yeah.
No, you didn't. You're not answering
Yes,
this
I
one.
did.
So what?
All right, so yeah, that was a fun clip. I showed this on the show yesterday, but I wanted to show Hannibal and Monty this just to get their reaction to it. It's a quick clip.
That's what I'm talking about. Again.
Damn!
Hey,
Holy
big
shit,
soul.
we're already at 83%.
We're at $666.66%.
So
Nice.
in Vancouver, Canada, which is just like a 2.5 hour drive north of Seattle, there's a guy that opened a drugstore and they're selling drugs that used to be completely illegal there. Like they're not only selling shrooms, but they're selling LSD, DMT, cocoa leaves. Check. This is the menu. Look at this menu.
What?
The Golden Teacher.
Yeah. This is all like.
What is some of this stuff?
The Penis Envy, the Golden Teacher, the Ruby Jewel.
Oh,
they're all
the Ruby Jewel.
They're all mushrooms.
Yeah. These are all like types of mushrooms that
The
that they
Melmac
sell.
Smalls.
Yeah.
Where is this?
In Vancouver, Canada, just like on our part of the country, just north of us, like where Scott and Adam live.
British Columbia.
Yeah.
Yeah, Scott could go get some Penis Envies right now.
Yeah.
Nice. Hilarious.
Buy me 6 chocolates, get 1 more for free.
Go!
These are the cap. This is all. What is going on
101,
here?
baby. Back to school.
So, like, look at all the LSD. It's ridiculous, dude.
How are they selling LSD?
Because they are actually, another reason why they're not really messing with this store is because they're also providing a public service. They're letting people bring in drugs off the street and they're testing them for purity, which is a big thing.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's really fucking
like
cool.
people
they brought in my homie Tuco to do it. You know, he turned that shit real good.
Yeah.
Melmac Smalls is where it's at. I recommend it. It's special there.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to
Kratom, which is legal here,
I'm
but
sorry.
illegal in many places.
See, y'all made me scare my buddy. Look at that.
Bosco.
I'm sorry.
Look, cocoa leaves, like it gives you that cocaine kind of feeling,
So I'm going to open up a whorehouse.
It's kind of like cocaine.
I'm going to open up a whorehouse, and I'm going to offer testing for STDs when you come in, so they won't shut me down.
Fantastic.
Those are already legal in Vancouver.
Shit.
I've said this on Drunken Peasants before, but I feel the need, the urge to say this again. When we came up to Seattle, right? I knew drugs were decriminalized, right? And it was like we get off the train, Ben Pye is showing us around the city, and we see all the fantastic sights that Seattle has to offer. We went to the bar. Yeah, you know where I'm going. We went to the bar where Nirvana performed for the first time. We went and had chowder at that famous restaurant.
That chowder was good though, right? That chowder was bomb, nigga, right?
that chowder that made me throw up. Yeah, right. No,
that chowder was delicious.
We had a
white
blast.
chowder. White chowder.
We're hanging out with Jeff Holiday and Scotty and Adam from Your Movie Sucks and Vosh, who was wearing like the shortest of shorts in like 20-degree weather. Like it was actually snowing. And like, listen, Vosh gives no fucks, right? We are having a blast. We get off the train and I'm hungry. I'm like, hey man, I need to get something. And there's a McDonald's. And I'm like, I'm gonna stop at this McDonald's. And Ben Pye's like, yeah, we're not gonna stop at that McDonald's. We get off the train and I'm like, man, what's that smell? That don't smell like French fries. That's crack. I smell crack. Listen, I learned a long time ago in New Orleans, Louisiana, you walk into a party and they smoking weed, that's a good ass party. But if you walk into a party and they smoking crack, you get the fuck out. Okay? We got off the train. These motherfuckers were smoking crack in the street.
Yes. That was the 3rd Avenue McDonald's?
Yeah, I think it's closed now.
I don't know.
They turned it into a mobile precinct for a little while where they had like a police van there for like 3 or 4 months. And the McDonald's was closed for a little while. Most of the shit on that street right there, this going like north and south, that cross street, there used to be all kinds of restaurants and shit there that are closed now.
Argentina. Your mouth goes numb and it satiates thirst and hunger. Ideal for trekking Las Sierras Andinas.
Yeah, they offer like accompaniments to flavor it too, because I'm guessing maybe it tastes a little gross, but they add like mint or they'll add like sweetener to it. I don't know.
It was a year ago this week that you guys were here with us.
Yeah.
No, it was.
And Shab is coming out in a couple days here.
Can I ask, Hannibal? Have you had anything as revolting as the clam chowder since then?
No, not even close.
Not even close.
And I'm pretty sure I had poison applesauce, and I wasn't as bad as that fucking chowder, man.
What do you make that out of? Snow White? You get Snow White apples and mash them? What are you talking about?
I think what has to happen is Hannibal needs to try that chowder again now that he knows what chowder tastes like. And you can try it with that in mind. And then if you don't like it, I'll buy you a bag of dicks.
Like, look, this is what I'm saying, bro. Like clam chowder, like if I'm driving Uber, right, and somebody got out my car, right, and I took some clam chowder and threw it all on the back seat, I can just take a picture of that, send it to Uber. They'd be like, oh, somebody threw up in your car. Here's $300. Right?
Yeah. That's a scam.
Tastes good.
It looks like throw up, all right?
But gumbo looks like vomit too, Hannibal.
First off, you shut your goddamn mouth.
It does.
What you're gonna do?
It does, but it's delicious.
Gumbo
it does not.
Gumbo has a precision cut to its ingredients, right? Chowder does look like it's been chewed.
Whose side are you on, Billy?
You're gonna look at Gumbo.
He's always on the opposite side.
That's not true at all.
Yes, it is.
It's not true at all.
Listen,
that's why you said earlier you're always looking for reasons to like completely unlikable people.
Of course,
because that's in your
the
nature.
Power of redemption.
Listen, I tried it. Okay, I immediately didn't like it. Okay, I didn't enjoy it. And there were 8 different types of chowder, and I tried all the.
You liked some of them.
I did. There were a couple of, but all the chowders that I liked were all the ones that weren't white.
You're racist.
Racist. Yes, my mouth might be racist. I won't lie. There's a chance I might need to. My mouth may need to unlearn some things.
Your mouth needs to unlearn some things. Because I make some good ass grits, bro. They're white.
Or anything that is cum adjacent shouldn't go in your mouth, right?
Yeah, I didn't like Monty's grits either, and they were delicious grits. I was like, man, this is delicious. I ain't never eaten it though, but yeah. I got some old ass vanilla ice cream in the fridge. You want this shit too while you at it?
Our girl Art Van Gogh is back again.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Here she is. Oh shit.
I know this might be TMI, but
probably
that might as well be my middle name. On the days that I do not meditate, which more recently has not been any, but on the days that I used to not meditate, my poops would be maybe a 6, 7 out of 10. Because I eat healthy, so they're still pretty solid. Like, not like solid, but like...
Wait, pause it. Wait. When she says 6 or 7 out of 10, what are we judging the
inches?
Okay.
She's measuring.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, she's measuring the poop.
She got a nice 6 to 7 inch turd when she doesn't meditate.
Should I? Let me ask you this question before we play more. Should I be measuring my logs? Is that important?
No, not unless you're meditating.
Significant poops, right? But when I meditate, my poops are a 10 out of 10. Everything about it, from the presentation.
Why are they not on OnlyFans? Why is she not putting up these turds on her OnlyFans?
Presentation in the physical bowl to the very wipe itself. A one wiper.
Oh, one wipers are the best. You're giving one wipers, bitch? This bitch is giving one wipers.
So Monty, for somebody who just started famously eating ass.
I do not eat ass.
Because she's a one wipe. Yes, you did. We did a whole episode about Monty eating ass.
Oh, my God.
He did. Like,
Really, you're going to bring this here?
Well, you celebrated it. I was asking this.
We got a 3-year-old clip of him talking about fucking his parents. You think he's going to live down this ass eating thing?
I did not fuck my parents. And hang on. Hannibal.
I got a question. I just got a question. I had one question.
Before you ask this question,
let me ask the question first.
What did we discuss about bringing our in-house drama in front of these white people?
This isn't drama. This is an actual question, right? Okay. Are you more inclined to eat the ass of somebody that's a single wiper?
No.
Okay, so you need her to like actually do some diligence. Like you want the bidet involved.
I don't care how many times you wipe. You better come out of a goddamn bubble bath before I start sniffing around there.
Yeah.
You better get that shit pressure washed before I go, maybe.
Matter of fact, you know what? I'm going to go to the store and get some butter and some biscuits, and I'm going to sop up anything you got going around back there, and then I'm going to eat the fucking biscuits. You're on your own for that ass shit.
Whoa, Billy. Billy, what?
A little savory.
Yeah.
They're savory biscuits.
Seriously. On some
Monty
lighter
said
shit.
he want that ass to taste like water. So
I worked with 3 different practitioners yesterday for some healing work, and honestly, I feel the biggest shift internally. The last few weeks, I felt my shift externally. I felt like I have hopped into the timeline that I have been working towards for years. And then
talk about how big her shifts are, everybody.
Yeah, she shifted internally.
That's is it a bloody shift? Should she get it checked out?
There, the
one wipers are the best.
Yeah, listen, if you taking a shift and it's coming out bloody, then you need to go to the doctor.
Yeah, I've never had a bloody shift.
There. It was a little surreal.
It's okay if it's blood, like wet red blood. If it's red, if it's bright red, you're okay.
I mean, you're still bleeding, and there's probably like a hemorrhoid,
but it's not
or
internal
something.
bleeding,
right?
Yeah, you probably need to go see somebody.
You know what?
It'll heal. It should heal if it takes longer than a day.
One time, I thought I was bleeding because my poop was like bright red,
but it was leftover jelly.
It was 2 liters of Fago Ohana Punch, which is like Fago's version of Hawaiian Punch.
Yeah.
And that's what it was. It colored my poop so red, I thought I was like bleeding out from my butt.
Never, ever judge your turds after drinking something full of food coloring. Like that's on the I remember I had a forest green, and it was because I had a purple Slurpee the day before.
Yeah,
somehow the purple turned me green.
I love a good green shit.
This was forest green.
I was drinking a whole lot of beet juice, and nobody told me that was something that could happen. So I thought I was dying and just started praying on the toilet.
It's real.
See, and I'm still here. Proof that prayer works.
After yesterday,
that ain't nothing but God.
You got to write that in your prayer journal, like G-Man.
Sessions.
Yes, write it in your prayer journal.
I feel my internal timeline just shifted. My craniosacral.
Wait. Hang on. I hate to keep pausing her like this. Her internal timeline shifted from shit. She can time travel through shit. Oh, I love this one.
I'm telling you right now, the meditation is one thing, but if you have a week or two of 10 top 10 quality shits, your life is going to change. I can't vouch for the meditation.
I like the idea of Kang the Conqueror moving through timelines by taking a shit. right? And not just like a regular shit. Like it's like he can't chart. It's got to be like a full.
Yeah.
It's got to be a 10 on her scale. Okay, but like if he takes a 10, then he's got to.
Isn't that kind of like everything everywhere all at once?
French fry po' boy, extra gravy, roast beef. Put some chili on that motherfucker. All the cheese.
That's kind of how they time traveled and everything everywhere all at once, right? Or dimensional traveled?
Is it?
Incredible compared to what it usually is. Normally, she just works on the body. However, this time...
Hot tub toilet bowl.
This time we did a lot of cognitive processing, and I don't know if that would be the technical term for what she would call it. But as she was working on different parts, specifically in my head, we worked on reprogramming, and I understand how potent reprogramming is. I've been in that process. Sometimes, unfortunately, old, yucky, disgusting, not so great programming comes up in the process of getting it physically out of our vessels so that we can understand and fine-tune the appropriate programming, which...
She's talking about programming her turds, or is this mental stuff now?
No,
mental stuff.
Okay.
But it's all this like metaphysical mumbo jumbo.
Yeah.
I experienced with the HD shit show, as I call it.
What? The HD shit show?
You guys are in HD now?
I didn't know she was watching us.
Yeah, she's a big fan.
Nice. Listen. White women love Monty. So,
Monty's about to slide into the DMs.
Hey, what did the 5 fingers
I'm sliding right
say
into
to
her
the
DM. Wow!
What did the $23 say to the show? Go out.
Go out! Go out!
And again, I really like that energy. I love that energy.
Go out! See, I thought we were going to be here all night.
And for your donation, Monty is going to fuck this chick on the screen.
What?
We focused on all those psychic attacks, actually, specifically from that experience. The over fucking 10,000 death threats y'all sent my way, and we focused on that. And the energy behind all those people. We focused on the psychic energy attack. So when someone wishes ill, harm, or death on somebody else, Magic 101, never do that. You have no fucking idea who people's spirit teams are.
Get that shit.
No idea the protection outside of this dimensional reality that you live in.
Everybody who wished death
Magic
upon
101.
Art Van Gro's in for some trouble now. She's shitting at a full 10 capacity.
Yep.
You're done
Watch
for.
out for them shit bombs.
I've been saying that with you guys. But what we did was all of those attacks that came my way, kind of that were, say, here, and my guides and my auroric field was protecting myself. But they were all, like, in that surrounding
she's
area.
very expressive.
We worked on eliminating all that, cutting all those cords. And actually, we sent all of that energy back to the original
Tragic, she's so hot yet so crazy. Double tragic, she's a Washington State girl too. Double good, canceled out by the whole bad of her personality.
She's a New York girl living in Washington State, living like out in the backwoods too. So
Sunder.
We should introduce her to Onision.
To me, I wrapped it with love and light. So when that comes your way, just know that little AK at the bottom with the heart in the smiley face and the peace symbol that you see in all my artwork, that's... The science geek in me was actually like pretty thrilled about this because there's energy work, right? But the thing that most people in the world, they don't believe in energy because they can't see energy because they're also not ready to see it yet. And that opens up a whole can of worms and Pandora's box. I usually see indigo blue in my third eye when I meditate. But when we were working specifically on the third eye chakra and the solar plexus chakra, which are connected, I stored it in the... So if this was the blue indigo...
So, Monty, are you willing to make it happen with this level of crazy?
No.
Are you sure?
Okay.
Hannibal, do you think he's being truthful here?
He's not being truthful, not at all. That statement is a lie.
We talked about the ass eating earlier. How many wipes do you have to do to the blue indigo before you kiss her on the forehead?
Kiss her chakra.
I don't eat ass, and I'm not kissing her chakra.
What?
That bitch not only has crazy eyes, she's got crazy energy.
No, Monty, earlier you said that she would have to pressure wash that ass in order for you to eat it. Now you saying you don't eat ass at all. Which is it, Monty? Okay? Are you are you telling me where you been? Or are you telling me where you going, man? What's going on, man?
I'll eat
Can a bird turn
ass.
into a duck, Cannibal?
I'll eat the ass if there's 4 guys with pressure washers attacking it like the Ghostbusters did to the Marshmallow Man.
What if she just uses a water pick? You ever seen a water
Nope.
pick?
I need 4 guys with pressure washers
I'm
attacking
not
it
eating
like
anybody's ass.
Ghostbusters.
Why are we talking about this right now?
Fix crazy.
You don't have to fix crazy. This is the problem. You don't have to fix crazy. You have to be able to work with
You have
crazy.
to harness it.
When you try and fix it, you're doomed. You're
I've been
doomed
alive
to
long
it.
enough, and I've tried to harness enough crazy. I'm done with that. That part of my life is over.
Embrace
no more
it.
crazy.
Learn how to
I
firewalk.
I won't lie to y'all. When I was in the theater watching, like Monty used to be in this real toxic relationship, and I went to the theater and I had watched Gone Girl, and I was watching the shit, and I was like, damn, that bitch reminds me of Monty. And I called Monty in the middle of the theater. I was like, hey man, you need to see this movie. She reminds me exactly of that girl you with right now. Like, yeah, Monty has a rule. It's never stick your dick in crazy. And the reason Monty says that is because he used to stick his dick in crazy.
Stick your heart in crazy.
That's a
World,
solid
I'm seeing
rule.
my third
That's
eye.
a solid rule. DP chat, hear me loud.
But she has a third eye in her hand, though. Really?
I don't care if there's
I'm not a hand
third eye
job
in her
guy.
hand, her forehead, her ass.
She's got
even
another.
If that shit's in her pussy.
She
and I
got
gotta fucking see
another
it.
vag right here on the other hand.
No. Listen,
Women already
And
have
so
like
this goes to
3
ladies,
vages.
too.
Why do they need one in their hand?
Men, never
Through
stick your dick in crazy. Ladies, never let crazy come inside you.
Which was
Ever.
super
Just-
cool. I've never seen anything like that. I wasn't even in a trance state, so that was really powerful. We also worked on the connection from the sacral chakra and the throat chakra.
sacral chakra?
And that direct link. When we worked on that connection from the throat chakra down to the sacral chakra, which is our form of creativity,
Come on, Monty. She talking about that throat
expression,
chakra, brother. Come on now.
balancing.
I ain't trying to
Come on
connect
now.
the
Those
throat
areas
chakras.
I came into
The velvet throat chakra.
clarity, because through this whole process,
You just know that she just burning sage all over her house and got a bunch of amethyst crystals all over.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Burn sage every day.
my body and myself, my higher self,
like
and my
that.
chakra system was also communicating and talking, and she was asking questions, and we were reprogramming my chakra system and my subconscious through this whole entire exercise. And one of the things that when we were in those areas, I identified and I came forward and expressed was that for 30 years I had made this idea that you can have good sex with somebody and have good emotional connection with somebody, but you don't need them both. But that's not true. You actually need both.
You need both if you want to be happy, of course.
One of the most important things is I learned
But who
that
wants to be
you
happy?
actually do.
Most people get
Nobody
bored with
wants to be
that.
happy.
Most people can't handle happy, honestly.
Yeah,
You
who's trying
miserable
to be happy?
motherfuckers.
What is happy?
You do need an emotional connection, and you do need to have that sexual connection. Phil, one that I left New York City with, I experienced both with. He just wasn't my person. He just didn't like.
It's like every dude she's ever dated, their name was Phil. There was yeah. It's really weird. It's really
Of
weird.
the world causing fungal outbreak. She would be the first to go in Minecraft.
In Minecraft.
travel. He had a lot of life to live. Phil, too.
She's a
my
survivor. She already lives off the grid. She'll be fine.
ex-husband, I thought that he loved me unconditionally, and I thought that we had this emotional connection because I was my most authentic self, and he was
But
still
then
around.
I found out he was a Pisces and divorced him.
They did get divorced. We had him on one time. He's a very handsome man. You know what I'm saying?
There was a technicality. One of the
what?
guys she dated on a technicality was James Avery. He played Uncle Phil on a.
Wait, like Uncle Phil?
Yeah,
from Fresh
yeah.
Prince?
So not technically a Phil.
Like the voice of Master.
Yeah.
You know what I
Shredder from
found
Teenage
out?
Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Just Uncle
You
Phil,
guys-
not just Phil.
You guys probably don't know this because I just heard it because what's his name? Michael Dorn did an interview and he said that the guy who played Uncle Phil was one of the last people like that were up to play Worf. Like it was between him and Uncle Phil and someone else to play Worf.
Uncle Phil was
on Star
getting
Trek.
money. He was breaded unleaded.
Yeah. Which is pretty. He had a really cool voice. He could have been a good Worf, I think. He was really tall and shit too, like kind of tough looking.
Wait, who? Tell me again.
The guy who played Uncle Phil on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was auditioning.
Really?
He was one of the running, like one of the last people to play Worf. I saw an interview with Michael Dorn where he mentioned that recently.
Oh,
I was
he
like,
would
well,
have been a good Worf.
Yeah.
Someone's still around, they must love me unconditionally. But really, he didn't love me unconditionally. He loved me with conditions. His conditions being a green card and citizenship in the United States of America.
Well, we all need our green cards.
You live and you learn.
I wonder
But
if
what I
that's
learned
how
through that
Canada first got his green
experience was,
card. Is he marrying
Why
Piss
did
Whistle?
I give up that sexual connection, thinking
Thick
that I
Worf.
didn't need both? I had no sexual connection with my ex-husband. Zero.
She gets really graphic
And
here.
one of the things that I worked through specifically yesterday in the session was that lack of sexual connection that I had with my ex-husband. I thought that was because I was broken because of my sexual assault from Philly GOV back when I was 15
Another
years
Phil.
old.
It's another Phil.
I didn't
There's 3 Phils.
realize that I wasn't fucking.
Why did she go with Phil's?
I don't know. There was the Phil she just talked about from when she was a teenager. There was the other Phil that she had as part of her YouTube channel, and then there was the Phil she married.
And Uncle Phil from Fresh
at
Prince,
all. I
allegedly.
just didn't have that chemistry there. So every time he
Allegedly, Uncle Phil was second up for that Worf.
I believe she was underage by the time Uncle Phil died.
Look, Uncle Phil.
Look.
Uncle Phil has been around the block.
I don't know how to say this without getting
He's
in trouble
dead
on the
now. Let's
internet.
not bring up old shit
Just
with Uncle
pull my
Phil.
pants down while I was sleeping and stick his dick inside of me and fuck me while I was sleeping and not once see if I was awake or consensual or anything like that. After when I would cry and
Not every girl's into that. It's fucked up.
Yeah, that is.
I don't even know how to say this without getting in trouble on
but
the
how did-
internet. He'd just pull my pants down while I was sleeping and stick his dick
Mm-hmm.
inside of me and fuck me while I was sleeping and not once
Why does she say it like so happy?
see if I was awake or
Because she's
consensual or
probably-
anything like that.
She's trying to be cheery with this video.
She's probably using her demeanor to not give into the trauma.
It's just a weird way to
After when I would cry and look at all the guns and
She might
everything
be
like
crazy,
that, I'd be
but
like,
that's not cool to do.
Yeah, but I mean, like, he was on here and he told us a completely different story, and
All right.
she tried
I
to
don't
get
know
him deported and get him arrested for having guns and shit. So it's a he said.
It's all about the he said, she said. but,
literally.
I mean, like, I'm not going to support these allegations, whether they're true or not.
This
It's not
is
a good thing
me.
unless the woman wants it.
this is my fault. I'm broken. Like, this is what I deserve. I don't deserve anything more than that. But that's not fucking true, is what I've been learning.
What?
That's not fucking true.
Okay, all right, you said it.
So, yeah, I
Yeah,
learned
joking
I'm
about
the
trauma is very
for
normal.
this thing from
Yeah.
broken. And having that emotional connection and that sexual connection is key. It is not irrational for you to think that both can exist simultaneously. And I think so many people settle for one or the other, and then that's why people cheat, right? Because they don't have the other, whether that be the emotional connection or the sexual connection. And both could and do exist. And ultimately, that's our goal. And our goal to get there is not by going on Tinder and going and meeting up with a bunch of random people and fucking and sleeping with a bunch of random people. That's not how your goal gets there. To get there, the goal is to heal your fucking self through self-motherfucking love, healing practices, plant medicine, so that when...
I'm gonna skip ahead a little.
Those of you that want to heal yourselves.
Well, look, she
All right.
almost finished her oatmeal. Wow.
Your daughter, a shower
What
in
is
cold
this?
water. Spin her on my finger like a Harlem Globetrotter. Oh, bother,
She
I'm like doing a honey
probably
shot.
just took a number 10 dump right there.
Money shot, funny thought.
Yeah.
I always replace music that she puts in these with Billy the Fridge music.
She gon' spin like
This is Ronald McDonald music.
thing on the shit
you
show.
know it's a big deal. Get real. Nah, baby, get the plunger. At the buddy starts at the Mickey D's dumpster. Get dumber, this will be hella awkward.
Proud of her getting her life together, taking those
Tell the doctor
level
if you start
10
to get
shits.
dizzy. Just don't interrupt me when I start to get busy.
Like life goals, we should all be taking level 10 shits that are one white.
In a body bag. It's a party, man, doing like a line of coke. Pimp wheels spinning them. Sorry, your vagina broke.
Sorry, your vagina broke.
Level 10 shits are something we all should strive to achieve with plant medicine and aligning your chakras. A misaligned chakra will knock your turd down to a 7 any day.
This looks like one of those medicine commercials where it's like, and like they got the fine print on the screen, like side effects may include like nausea, upset stomach, fucking headaches, and death.
Eating a lot of vegetables will help add that fiber to your dukes.
Mr. Hat says she dances like CJ from San Andreas.
Yes, she does. Yes, she does. She might be better than CJ. CJ can't dance, y'all.
Belly dance and tap back
Good
into
stuff.
that sensual, sexual, divine goddess energy that we are. And today on Coach Rachel's self-love challenge, it was sensuality, and it was too perfect. I wore an orange jingle jangle.
You're not wearing
and the
orange.
appropriate
You
term for
lied.
it.
You just lied to
Belly
us.
dancing scarf. They call it.
She's actually wearing an orange.
Jingles is what the lady called it.
Oh.
And
She's been
that's
squeezing her own
same
orange
as
juice.
chakra,
That's how her
and that's
turds have been
goes
coming
on
out
the
tens.
cranial sacral, and then
Oh.
it was kind of ironic that that's the color that presented itself to me today.
I can tell Monty's examining her. Monty, she's not too crazy for him.
No, she's way too crazy.
His head was like tilted back. That's how you know, because he wasn't just staring ahead. He was like that.
Listen, Monty is trying to figure out how to create an alabaster disaster right now. Okay? He's trying to figure out. He's a taupe terrorist. Okay, he's trying to get it right now. I'm not mad, Monty. Do what you do, bro. She's a handsome. She's a handsome woman. Go ahead, man. It's all
She's a
good.
handsome woman. All right.
I know you shouldn't stick your dick in crazy butt. Lord, forgive me for my sins. It's really not fair. I can fix her.
No, you can't.
You shouldn't want to fix her.
Logo.
Mierda. The entire idea is if you're gonna have sex with crazy, you don't try to fix them. That's your first mistake.
You're supposed to be able to move on.
You're not worthy of the crazy vajayjay if you think it's a fixer upper. That's the rule number one. Don't fix them, dicks them.
Tomorrow
is that gonna be your campaign slogan when you run for president?
Probably.
Billy the Fridge. Don't fix them, dicks them.
Dicks them.
Tomorrow we're doing our first Patreon private show of the month. It's going to be an edition of Who is Worse. And we're gonna weigh the options between Brett Keane and Trumpster Bob. Who is worse?
I'll tell you who is younger. Brett Keane by about a decade. Trumpster Bob is a decade older than Brett Keane.
Is worse. I'm throwing my vote in right now.
Yes, we're gonna have to.
Listen, I just completed a Trumpster Bob song.
Yeah.
And I am I'm actually excited to let everybody hear it now.
Wow.
I let my production partner hear it last night, and he was like, "This shit rocks." And I was like,
wow. I'm excited for it.
Listen, I tried a bunch of different versions of this shit too. I wish Lord Jamarcus was here. So I tried to make a hip hop version. I made a gospel version. I made a rock version. I made a pop version. And it was and I made like 5 or 6 different versions of this record. And then the one that we finally got is, man, that shit is okay.
Yeah.
I'm excited for y'all to check this shit out.
Seth Looks says Brett is worse because Bob never beat his wife. Bob's on record for pleading guilty.
He pled guilty to
an RAP situation with the E at the end.
Yeah. Bob freestyle rapped.
Oh man.
Yeah. So
he's throwing grapes in a fruit fight.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I don't know, but I'm still putting my head in for Brett Keane.
But Bob has an explanation for all that.
And you can watch this tomorrow. Patreon.com/DP. $5 gets you in.
And
then you'll get the actual Mania.
Yeah.
But also, all that being said, I'm gonna have to dip out soon, y'all.
Monty,
come on. If you're gonna do Drunken Peasants, you got to show up on time and do the whole fucking show, man.
I mean, I was here on time.
But you're not doing the whole fucking show.
Shit.
See, you see how he very casually left out the part that he's not doing. Okay, this is the issue I have doing the shit show with Monty. All right, and I'm looking for replacements. So if there's anybody in the chat,
you trying to replace me?
Yeah.
All right.
We gotta see your resume. How many of your
Hannibal,
parents?
So Look, get ready for Hannibal and subpar shit show, y'all.
Every time Monty eats ass, he gets an extra gray hair in his beard. Look at his face, y'all. Okay, look at that shit.
I don't eat ass for this, but look at them.
Salt and peppered. Okay,
that shit looks sexy, right? Y'all like this? Y'all like this?
I don't like to see the two of you at odds.
This beard looks sexy.
When Salt and Pepper said, "What a man, what a man, what a mighty good man," they was talking about you eating ass, Monty. That's what they was talking about.
Yeah. You see what you're about to make me do. You better chill out.
Are you gonna eat?
How you gonna rage quit somebody else's show, Monty? You just turn your camera off? How's that work?
But you want to see? You want to see?
Oh no! Oh no!
Is he good? Is he gonna freeze?
Monty, Monty, we enjoy having you here. If you have to go, you can go whenever you like. But I want you. I don't want you to quit. I would love for you.
Yeah, I enjoy you too, Billy. I enjoy you too, Billy. But I want to tell Hannibal one thing. Billy, you're awesome. Ben just dipped out. So yeah, Ben, I like you too. Make sure you tell Ben that I love him. But I want to say this to Hannibal.
Okay, I'm listening.
You listening? You listening to me?
Yes, Father. You got my whole attention.
You are not my fucking son.
And you are not my dad. Fuck you. There you go.
Sorry, but as I always tell you, when we're talking on the phone and the conversation gets a little too heated, you know those moments we have as friends where the conversation gets a little too heated.
You think Nirvana's best album is their live unplugged project, which that doesn't count. We're clearly talking about studio albums. Go ahead. Yeah.
Shit like that, where I'll sit you down and I'll go, Hannibal, you know I love you, but you know what? Do you know what, Hannibal?
What, Monty? What? Oh, he just left. Oh, fucker. He just left. He just
Damn. Seth Looks gave a dono that didn't read. Seth Looks wants to clarify. He said Bob never beat his wife, and in that he means Brett's wife. Bob never beat Dorn. So there you go. Leave Dorn alone.
Okay. Just so you know, Benjamin Pie, Monty got mad because I was making good points.
Oh no.
And then he rage quit y'all show.
I have fucked both of my parents.
So, do we have any more actual Mania promos for tonight?
Yeah, we do, Egghead. Do you run the show?
For $5? For $5, he should.
That was so savage.
He's always trying to, direct what's going on.
Well, it's $5.
Egghead, be patient. Be patient, sir. We're not even 2 hours in. We have time. I guess, fine. I'll let Egghead bully me some more.
See, you don't have to react to Egghead.
Is that Yoda?
You don't have to play it.
Is that
You don't
Yoda?
have to.
Is that Yoda?
You don't have to listen to Egghead, Ben. That's the upside of the $5 donation.
Here's the karate all the nurses want to have sex with.
Okay.
You know why you've come here? You've come here to learn the karate that all the nurses want to have the sex with. That's why you come to my channel, and you are going to learn the karate that all the nurses want to have sex with. Now, what you need to understand is, usually you would go through stances, etiquette, and all that happy horse shit. But apparently the people that view my channel, they don't care about etiquette. They don't care about stances. What they want to learn is they want to learn the kicky punchy. They want to learn the kicky punchy. They want to know how to kicky punchy. A lot of times in Pung Sudo, we start off teaching hand techniques. Fuck that bullshit. That goes right out the window because I want to make my viewers happy. I want to teach them the karate that all the nurses want to have sex with. Fuck the foundation. We're going right to it.
Pause it for a second. Pause it. It can't be possible that all the nurses want to have sex with the guy that does karate. Some of the bitches want to have sex. Some of the bitches want to have sex with the guy who does jujitsu.
It's quite possible that none of the nurses want to have sex with this guy.
Yeah.
It's possible. There may have been a record of the nurses filing restraining orders and putting him on a 5150. Those are rumors. I can't confirm them. I've heard it through the grapevine. So there may not be any nurses.
Since Hannibal's a martial artist, I'd like to see what Hannibal thinks of his technique. here.
Okay, all right. I'm plugging in my laptop so it doesn't die while we watch.
Yeah, we have no Hannibal on screen. We've lost Hannibal.
Hold on.
We've got a frozen Monty.
There we go.
Stance I'm going to teach you how to kick from. I call this a modified ready stance. Now, ready stance in Tang Soo Do is like this. You're not going to meet somebody on the street. Nobody's going to walk up to you and you'll be like this. That's why I'm going to teach you how to kick from this stance. So this is the first stance I'm going to teach you.
Hard cut.
Okay. I apologize for the confusion. My lovely Latina assistant was coughing up a storm. Is she Latina? Is he Latino? Are they even Latin? You don't know. Why don't you know? You don't know.
You just you slipped up.
In a karate fight. This guy are the self-awarded black belt, Jared Genesis.
I'd like to see that.
I think he beats Jared. Why didn't he edit out the slip up there? He thought he was that slick that he just covered up that you don't know if it's a her or a he or if they're even Latino. She just edited out her cough. You couldn't edit out the slip up? He's that slick? You think you covered up?
Yeah, it was such a weird thing to leave in after making he edited out one part but then left in the other part. It's very strange.
He really thinks he's slick that he covered it up. Obviously, he's got a Latino girl there. Latina girl, Latinx, Latinx.
As a karate master that that all nurses want to have sex with, he don't got time to do no fucking editing.
He edited the cough out.
Final cut.
He edited the cough out. Right there, right next to that clip, he edited it out.
All of a sudden, we're getting sorry for interrupting. All of a sudden, we're getting a little laggy with you, Hannibal. I don't know why it's doing that, but it seemed to happen.
What's happening there? Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if I can help this out. See if I can.
It seemed to coincide with you plugging your laptop. I don't know why that would make a difference, but it got you started getting almost like auto-tune sound for a minute there. Seems better now.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. I think I might have been taxing the Brave browser a little too much. Let's see if it's better. If not, I'll drop out and then jump back in.
All right.
A second.
So let's get back to the kicking punchy. Okay.
All right.
So we're going to go over a basic ready stance again. Ready stance in Tang Soo Do. I don't know where it went off. This is a ready stance in Tang Soo Do. You're not going to be standing around like this on the street. Of course, people are going to say, well, you're not going to be standing around like this either. Okay, best I can do. Okay, so the front kick, you're hitting with the ball of the foot or the toes if you're wearing boots. People go, oh, you'll break a toe, you'll kick like that. Not if you're wearing boots. And you will be wearing boots in real life. Why would you be wearing boots? Boots are the ass-kicking shoe of choice. Love them Doc Martens. Now, remember, I'm not promoting violence there. This is an educational
Get to
video.
it, man. He keeps
So,
stalling.
You pull your toes back, and you're going to kick to the groin area. Usually
Was that a sick little flipper kick right there?
Hey, man, I'm scared. I understand why all the nurses want to bone this dude. I get it.
It was like barely above the knee, too.
Gotta go rinse my scrubs out now.
Listen, he's not gonna give you everything. He's not gonna give you full height on the first kick. All right, he's got to warm that shit up. He's got to warm his hammies up first.
Gotta get them hammies warm. Moon over my hammies.
You're gonna get nice and relaxed. Kick the groin area.
So it's a groin
Go
kick.
back and forth a few times.
Back, forth, and forth. He's already beating Jared up with these kicks.
Once you get used to this, I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to teach you something for ring fighting. Remember, keep your hands up. This is a front leg front kick. Okay?
Okay.
So people go, but a front kick comes off the back leg. Not if you're doing a front leg front kick, it doesn't. A front leg front kick is kind of like a boxer's jab. But again, we're doing this for real life application. So now, you can kick high or you can kick low. We're going to kick low to the groin. Groin him.
He's always kicking in the groin.
Groin him.
Yeah. Because that's what karate teaches you.
It's
when
kin.
in doubt, kick them in the nuts.
It's kin-gari. That's the Japanese word.
That's not my purse. I don't know you. Kick them in the nuts. I
Yep.
understand.
Stomp him in the nuts. What?
Okay. Or to the shin.
Pew pew. Pew pew. Pew pew.
You still think he beats Jared?
Yes.
I will say, when Jared did his little outdoor martial arts demo, he actually did a kind of impressive spinning back kick that was like way up above his own head that I was like, whoa, that was kind of
We're gonna have to
surprising.
pull that one out. I don't remember it.
Hold on, I'll show you. We'll have to compare it.
Two.
We need to do a split screen of the two of them.
That's really where it's at. Pew pew. Pew pew. Dude, you're killing him. You're killing him. Stop with the kicks. You're killing him.
Okay.
Okay.
Leave that man's groin alone already.
For real.
He's doing it like a rhythm bag, like that.
Only use me groin kick.
If he pulls out the old D-twist, I'll be fulfilled.
So you're doing a front leg front kick to the groin, jab, punch, kick to the face.
Kick to the face.
So we're going to do the back leg front kick. Again, aiming for the groin. So
Why is he
coming off the
always
back
aiming
leg.
for the groin? Like, then they're just going to know to block their groin every time.
So our chat has pointed out the groin is the area you want to go for.
The groin is the area all the nurses want to have sex
Our
with.
chat is saying go for the groin, go for the jaw,
Okay.
go for the brain.
Here's Jared's martial arts
throat.
demo. Now, keep in mind, when I said it's impressive, it's like I didn't think Jared could do it. You know?
Okay.
So.
All right. It's impressive for Jared.
And most of this is trash, but at the end he does this crazy spinning back kick that I was like, huh, I didn't think he could kick that high, you know?
Okay.
Because he looks like he's pregnant. He's gained like 100 pounds since he's done this, too.
At least he's got a better haircut now.
And he's doing that shit in flip flops too.
Yeah.
The flippy floppy.
There it is, right here.
Jared's
See? Did you see
fucking
that?
This guy up.
Did you see
Jared's
that
fucking this
spinning?
guy up.
You see that spinning
I'm
back?
putting all my money on Jared Genesis.
Cash for Jared.
Listen, that's a sentence. Look, I'm putting all my money on Jared Genesis, and the last my social is about to be my password for
Whoa.
everything, and it's about to be strong.
Whoa.
Look, right here, right here.
Whoa.
Yeah. I listen, Jared Genesis.
There you go.
I'm pretty sure Jared Genesis has like 5 inches on James Robert Clark III, too.
Are you sure? I thought JRC3 was around 6 foot.
No. I don't think so. Pretty sure people told me he was like around my height.
Yeah. He's not that small.
It's like he's doing like kung fu or like Wing Chun or something.
He's just imitating
it's
something. Yeah, he's just imitating something he saw on YouTube is what he's doing.
Yeah. It looks like, you know what it looks like? It looks almost like what was it, Tekken 3? Where it's like it started with the Hwarang like he's doing like a kata in the beginning of the game. Looks like that.
It's Ba Quan, apparently, according to the title. BAQUAN? I don't know.
I am not familiar with that Korean martial art.
Jared wants to get into pro fighting, so I always thought you should be his first pro fight.
Yeah, I agree. Listen, I would love to fight Jared. Like Jared, he's not like Steven Crowder's at the top of my list, but like Jared Genesis, that would be a fun fight.
Jared's been doing a backward Hadouken since 1992.
Yeah, but like in this, just looking at the two guys, like Jared Genesis, what's the other guy's name? Robert Crawford,
James Robert
Johnson.
Clark III.
I just know he got 3 names like a serial killer. Yeah, I think Jared Genesis wins this fight.
I was thinking so too.
Complete opposite. JRC3 has lived in Philadelphia Is he Pittsburgh? Where is he? He's in Pennsylvania somewhere.
I think he's Philadelphia. I don't think that matters.
And he's come up in like a very, very shitty neighborhoods, and he probably has to fight his way through shit because he's a dumb prick. He's probably had to fight his way out of more situations than Jared has. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. No, I actually think that's a fair point. You know, I think that matters. If he grew up in the mean streets of Philadelphia, you know, then yeah, I could see why that could potentially make him tougher.
Jared hardly fights his way out of his own 3-week-old crusty T-shirts.
I still just think Jared, just based on the form, right? Like, and we've watched this video before and we've laughed at this video before, but looking at put other guys' video back on. James Taylor Thomas, put his on again.
James Taylor Thomas.
Wow, he fell at hard times after Home Improvement ended.
Listen, man, I'm trying, okay? Give me a break.
I'm guessing he's like 5'8". I'm guessing he's about 5'8", and he's pretty small looking. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though. There's 2 raincoats hanging on the door there. One is for a small woman, and one is for a tall man.
It's supposed to cover like all the way down to your ankles.
Front kick, it doesn't. A front leg front kick is kind of like a boxer's jab. But again, we're doing this for real life application. So now, like, you can kick high or you can kick low. We're going to kick low to the groin. Groin him. Okay?
I mean, if he kicks Jared Genesis in the groin like 6-7 times like he's doing in this demonstration, I mean, that would end the fight.
Yeah, exactly. How much accuracy is Jared's flying roundhouse backwards dick kick doing?
Yeah.
I've been in so few fights. I will tell you this. I don't really care who wins. I want to watch the fight.
Yeah.
If I had to fight either of these guys, I'd like to have 6 months to defatinize myself. Other than that, I'd beat the shit out of both of them. Probably wouldn't win out the gate. Got in a car accident. Fucking sore. I'm broken. Probably couldn't beat the shit out of both of them right now. One or the other, maybe, if I'm lucky. 6 months from now, I'd take them both at the same time. Mop them up. Biscuits and gravy.
Yeah, I'd put my money on Bill Fridge. Yeah.
But I need 6 months. Because I got hit by a car. I'm fucked right now. I'm fucked.
Oh, man.
He was in a car when he got hit by a car, by the way. It wasn't out of a car. I've been hit by a car for real, not in a car, and ran over by it.
Well, this wasn't a competition, Ben.
It is now.
Well, then I'm going to have to win. You seem to walk
Go
just
get
fine.
ran over by a car.
You walk just fine, Ben. I've got a cane in the back of my car. I can hardly walk, Ben.
Well, it happened to me when I was a kid.
Just saying, Ben. Just saying. If this is a competition, I win. I can barely walk.
I'm curious. Now I really want to see this fight. How much, if this was a pay-per-view fight, how much would you be willing to pay to watch Jared Genesis versus Jonathan Gordon Thomas?
I mean, I would probably pay to watch it in person. I don't think I would pay to watch it online. Like if it was like at an event, I'd probably pay like $40 to go see it.
If it was you fighting Jared Genesis, I would pay way more to see it.
Oh, yeah. Well, first of all, if I was fighting Jared Genesis, you'd be ringside. You'd be like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd create a position for you guys to be side. And it'd be a fast fight. Like, it'd be like,
you got to toy with him for a few rounds. You have to toy with him a little bit.
I don't got to do shit but win. Okay.
Yeah. The pre-match shit talk, the post-match shit talk, that's where the time comes. Spend the time dancing on his body. But
I can be your cut man because you'll probably not have any cuts at all.
Yeah, you guys, I don't know how much you watch MMA, like the Michael Venom Page. He's like he was the Strikeforce welterweight champion for a while. He talks a lot of shit. He dances around the ring and he knocks people the fuck out all the time, right? He lost his belt to my jiu-jitsu trainer, Douglas Lima. So yeah, I feel pretty good about my chances. You know.
Oh no.
And also I'm a pretty big guy. Like I'm 6'2", 245 pounds. You know, and I've been working out a lot lately.
I would hope. I would hope
and,
you
and
just.
I got 8 amateur fights in Georgia. Like, I feel really good about my chances.
Yeah.
I would hope you would just deck him and like take him down and give him a chance to get back up and then do it again. Don't even take it to the ground. We want a full-on KO.
I just want to see you go in and come out in the best possible shape. The least amount of work you got to do, the better. I don't want you to get winded. I just want you to walk
Billy's
in.
worried about you getting hurt. Do you hear this?
I just the least amount of pressure necessary to put him on his ass.
He's trying to pander to you, but in reality, he's worried about you getting hurt. He thinks Jared might fuck you up if you let it last too long.
I'm not going to tell anybody how to fight.
At the very least, he'd be like, "Yeah, I would hate for my friend to like lose, you know, by like a lucky punch from Jared Jensen."
Right? Fucking around. Yeah, Chris Raygun is going to go up against Froggy Fresh in the Creator Clash.
I don't know who Froggy Fresh is, but I'm
Krispy Kreme.
Is he like a small guy too? Because
he's a small guy, but he's a cringe rapper, or he's actually a really good rapper that made himself a cringe rapper for views.
In fighting shape, I would guess Chris Raygun's probably like 120 pounds or something like that.
Liquid muscle right there, ready to just pour it on him. Yeah, I'm going to root for
120.
I'm going to root for Chris Raygun because that's the boy. But Froggy Fresh, he might have something going on. I don't know.
It's a boxing match, so
yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to watch. I'm not interested in watching like celebrity boxing matches. Like, not a celebrity MMA match, I'll watch that shit all day.
It's funny because we actually know him though. He's been here in the studio and on the show before, so it's kind of cool to see him do one of these things. Yeah.
Okay. Listen, I'm prepared to tune in just off the strength.
Yeah, it's going to be Creator Clash was really good last time. It's going to be good this time, I'm sure. It's going to be a lot of fun.
120. What is that? Flyweight? Is that what that is?
And I'm just guessing, but like I'm pretty short, and he's shorter than me. Like, so he's like a little guy. So it's probably something like that.
He's a muscle man. Low center of gravity.
He's in really good shape,
Strong.
which means
they're gonna scrap. But I think Froggy Fresh has some muscle too.
See, now I gotta see. I want to see who Froggy Fresh is. Wait a minute.
Froggy, you probably know him once you see him. Krispy Kreme and Moneymaker Mike.
Who would win in a fight? Krispy Kreme versus MC Hammersmith.
I don't even know MC Hammersmith, do I? I don't recall him. But yeah, what's the line everybody knows from the Krispy Kreme song? It's like Beyonce thinks I'm cute. It's okay. I think you're cute too. Is that it? I never know anymore. I'm old.
Yeah, I have no idea
what you're talking about. I'm looking at Froggy Fresh now. I'm just looking at pictures of him, and he looks fairly muscular for a small guy.
Yeah,
let's look at it right now.
This is Chris Raygun here.
What's your biggest concern going into this fight? What's the biggest thing you think you need to work on, or anything else?
Oh, well, first I want to say I didn't consent to any of this. Oh. They blackmailed me into doing this.
Oh, wow.
And I thought it was completely something else. And I said, yeah, sure, why not? And then I got the email. And so I've just been cramming the last 5 days. Yeah, I think I've got something.
You'll do all right.
Yeah.
You'll do all right. 5 days of training. That's all you need.
A few of the last Creator Clash fights were a disaster where one guy knew what they were doing and the other guy had no clue what he was doing.
This is only
the
second Creator Clash, right?
Yeah, the first one.
Yeah.
Some of the fights were pretty bad. Where one guy just got their ass handed to them with no retort at all.
Yeah, there was a couple of ones that didn't know how it.
Remember, Joe Rogan thought that it was a guy beating up his son with the dad thing.
Yeah. The Keith Apicary dad versus Matt Watson, and I think.
And the other guy had no offense whatsoever.
Was it Aaron? Was he from Game Grumps? He went up against Harvey from the Epic Mealtime.
Yes, yeah,
and
that was another
pretty
one.
lopsided as well. But it's getting
like when the fighter that's winning is looking at the ref what are you doing? You should end this now. There's a problem with that one.
Okay. Do we get to see Chris Ray Gun training? Do we get to see him hitting the heavy bag?
This is the only thing I've seen. Like, it's the end of the video, so I don't know.
Oh, shit,
there might be some training
man.
footage of him out there somewhere.
Well, he's only been training for 5 days. I guess he didn't consent to any of this. That's probably that's
Sounds
probably
like a
not
lie.
good. It's probably not good for Chris.
And this was
but-
like a week ago, by the way, too.
But it does mean that they had no chance to scout him. So there's an advantage.
Okay, what does it say? Arwin James in the chat says Tyler is supposed to be 5'2". I mean, sorry, Froggy Fresh is 5'2", and Ray Gun is 5'5".
Yeah.
So, assuming that they have, relative reach at, like their reach is relative to their height, then Chris Ray Gun should have a reach advantage. And that would definitely, but I mean, it doesn't matter if you have no training. Then it doesn't matter. Like,
He's
I would
obviously
take the
been
person
training.
with
He's
training.
joking.
So there was a match between this TikToker named Salt Poppy and Andy Worski, and Salt Poppy was literally sparring random dudes that wanted to meet him somewhere to spar him in a park, and he was holding his own back to back to back against these guys, and we didn't see any sparring footage of Andy Worski, and when they fought, Andy Worski got knocked out in like 30 seconds. So
Yeah, I will always take the person with training over the person with no training. Like 100% of the time, unless you're in something where it's like the person with training is like 100 pounds and the person with no training is like a Brock Lesnar clone.
Worski was training, but we didn't see any sparring footage, so I don't know how much he was sparring or what.
When it comes to this type of stuff, though, like creators fighting each other, I always side with whoever follows me back. And if they both follow me back, then I go by who has the most subscribers.
Look, Kirk99 in the chat says you need to train 3 months minimum for a fight. His opponent should decline the fight until he has fighting experience.
No,
I agree.
He's been training.
agree.
He's been training. It's a
Everybody
joke.
here has been training for like 6 months, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
And they've all
he's joking.
been
All right.
training.
Yeah. I just don't know if there's
would-
any footage out there.
Yeah, I would want 3 months. And like I would take 6 months if they gave it to me, but realistically I would want 3 months. And
Yeah,
I'd feel
I
pretty
think
good
they've
about
been putting
whatever.
everybody in for about 6 months with training for this. And I've heard them talk about it a few times. I haven't followed too closely, but I do pay attention here and there. AB, who lost at the last one, is going to go up against Dad, who destroyed Matt Watson. That'll be an interesting fight. AB's from H3H3 podcast. He put a lot of work in going to the first one. It's nice to see him back after taking the loss. There's a few other people. It's funny. Harvey from Epic Mealtime this time is going up against John Hennigan, Morrison, right? From John Morrison from WWE.
Oh yeah? Really?
Yeah. So it's gonna be Epic
Wow.
Mealtime versus John Morrison.
John Morrison. I don't know if John Morrison's a fighter, but he's like a parkour guy and shit like that.
Yeah, he's definitely athletic,
big and in good shape
and built. I don't know. I think Harley might be taller than him. I think Harley's got. Let me see. I'm looking at the stats. Harley's 6'6", and John Morrison is 6 foot tall. So that's going to be interesting.
What's the age difference too? That does matter sometimes, especially if one guy's like way older than the other.
We don't have age on here, but we
Okay.
do know that John Morrison is a Libra, and Harley
Good to
from Epic
know.
Mealtime is a Virgo.
That's more important than their real age, definitely. I'll be right back.
Yeah, so that's important to keep in mind.
That's funny. Matt Hughes, the former UFC welterweight champion, is also a Libra. Rich Franklin was a Libra as well. Fedor Emelianenko is also a Libra. So there you
okay.
go, couple Libra.
It
And
says-
Mirko Krokop is a Virgo, and he's kicking people's heads the fuck off.
Well, the Virgo advantage we got there. It says the weight class for Froggy Fresh and Chris Reagan is 130 pounds. And it says that Froggy Fresh is a Capricorn and Chris Reagan is a Sagittarius. Got to go with my fire signs there.
I'm just definitely going with the Sagittarius. If I have to pick the fight, the winner based on astrology, I think Mauricio Shogun Hua is a Sagittarius, and so is who else is Chuck Liddell is a Sagittarius.
Chuck Liddell.
Yeah,
Chuck Liddell go hard.
I saw the preview for the George Foreman biopic that they're making, and it looks interesting. I think Forrest Whitaker plays like his dad in it or something. That was the most famous actor I saw in the preview for it. I'm not sure who's playing George, but it looked interesting. Because I remember when I was a kid and that happened, like George Foreman coming out of retirement and then winning the title, the oldest heavyweight champion ever. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. I kind of want to see you've got me completely invested. When is this fight supposed to be happening?
Is it this month?
Let me look it up. Creator Clash 2.
Yeah, I want to watch Creator Clash now.
I think it's in Florida.
The Creator Clash. So April 15th. So we got a few months.
Okay. Tax day.
Okay, yeah, we got. Listen. I will happily come back on Peasants DP so we can watch that fight. They gotta be awesome.
Yeah, you know what? We probably could do like a live reaction to it. We've done that with a few fights. Like the Mike Tyson one was huge when we reacted to it. That video got over 500,000 views. So it's on a Saturday too.
Roy Jones. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's on a Saturday. I'd have to look and see what time it starts. I don't know who pretty much any of the other people are.
Only a couple of the other people follow me, so I don't only have skin in a couple of these people's games.
Okay.
Everybody else is like, who even are you if you don't follow me? Get out of here.
And so they got Markiplier doing the pre and post show host, and then they have Moist Critical doing the commentary. He's gonna do the commentary. That's funny because he's so like monotone.
Did you say Moist Critical?
Yeah,
that's the man.
And then Amaranth is doing pre-fight interviews.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know who all these guys are, but it's kind of
Jack Spadici.
Yeah,
Esfand. He was there in the video with Chris Reagan.
Isn't it Jacksepticeye?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I was like, what? Have I been saying it wrong this whole time?
Chills is there. Top 15 fighters who have lost. I can't do the Chills voice.
When I first saw Amaranth, I thought she was going to be like the ring girl or something. Like they put her in a bikini and have her like carry the round numbers around.
She's doing some pre-fight interviews.
Sure. Is she going to be doing them in a hot tub?
Probably not. Probably not.
Who are these? Okay, wait. Who are these people?
Jack Manifold, who is a Leo.
Yeah, this is the card.
Versus Dakota Olave? Is that how you would say it?
I have no idea who either of these guys are.
They're 5'9", Jayla Ray and Abelina Sabrina. Abelina Sabrina follows me, so she'll obviously win. Obviously. AB versus Dad.
The Dad guy. So this is 170, so these are bigger guys.
Yeah, I think Dad might have this one, but it's good to see AB come back. He had a good match against Hundar before. Leon Hart versus Crank Gameplays.
The Zodiac thing is so dumb. They should have their real age because that really factors in some. Yeah.
Well, I think that's like part of the thing is it like doesn't really matter that much. This is fucking your favorite streamer boxing. They don't want to be too serious. Mika versus Alana Pierce. 5'9", 165. That's a good size. They're both Virgos too. That's a good size ladies fighting there.
Yeah, I like it.
And then Aaron Hansen coming back.
These guys are heavyweights.
200 plus versus Jarvis Johnson.
Or like light heavyweights, right? It just says 200 plus. It doesn't say exactly how much.
I think they top off at 200 plus. And then Myth versus Hundar. Hundar coming back. Looks like 5'11" versus 5'11", 185-pound category fight weight. Haley Sharp versus Marisha Ray, 5'8" versus 5'6" in the 140 pounds club. Froggy Fresh versus Chris Raygun. That's the 130 pound fight.
Yeah.
Rank. I Did a Thing versus
Who
Fitz.
are these guys?
Fitz, 6'6".
Yeah. Wow.
I Did a Thing, 6'4". That's going to be a thing right there.
How much do they weigh? What
200 plus pounds. So it's just 200 plus pounds here. Everybody over 200 pounds getting the 200 plus rank. This is
but if you got like one person that's 201 and then versus somebody that's 265, that's not a fucking fair fight.
Well, yeah, this right here, John Hennigan, aka John Morrison from the WWE. He's 6 foot tall. He's going against Harley Morenstein, who's 6'6" from Epic Mealtime. 6'6" versus 6 foot tall. Harley has not been fighting that long.
I've never seen a real fight with John Morris or John.
John
Hennigan.
Morrison has been an athlete for the longest time. So that'll be interesting.
But some of the wrestlers that like CM Punk, when he decided to try his hand at MMA, got his ass beat immediately.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't even like it was like he had like I think Vegas gave him like 1,000-to-1 odds to win that
But
fight.
that's against somebody who was training their.
The first guy was way too good, and then the second guy he should have done better against, but he didn't. The second guy was like more at his level.
Yeah,
and
CM
he
Punk was
the
fighting
same age.
fighters.
Yeah,
those
yeah.
were fighters. Harley, you can't call Harley a fighter officially. He's been training for probably a year and a half now.
John Hennigan, one-time TNA World Heavyweight Champion, Triple A Heavyweight Champion, MLW Champion, OVW Champion.
WWE Tag Team Champion.
He was ECW World Champion too.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Intercontinental Champion.
I reject that ECW championship. That was the WWE ECW.
It was.
I don't count any of those as actual championships. I reject those.
I mean, they're all like worked championships anyway.
But Vince was funneling money into the old ECW
he was.
anyways.
So it was basically WWE already.
That was just that was just the difference between old ECW and new ECW.
Production value.
Was the new ECW was illegal and the old ECW was a throwaway.
The old ECW was Japan's FMW, but in the States.
Yeah, basically they were. Yeah. They had the crossover talent, right?
Yeah.
And then Alex Wasabi versus iDubbbz in the main.
Yeah, because he's the promoter too, so he's in the main event also.
So that'll be interesting.
You know what? I'm not even like a boxing guy. I'm an MMA guy, but I'm mad that I'm not on this card. I'm not gonna lie.
We got to get your.
I know they'd be like, who even is Hannibal? And I'd be like, you know what? Hannibal knocks people the fuck out. Is who he is.
Dude, that's how you get on the card. You do about. So you know how those pedo poachers were going around following EDP? And like you go around following all these creepers that are going to talk to little kids, and you're like, hey, with a microphone, like, hey bro, and then when they look in the microphone, you just whop them, and you knock them out. Might do a little bit of time, but then when you come out, you'll be super famous because you're the one that knocked out the diddler, and then they'll put you on the card, right? You don't want to go to do time though. There's got to be a better way to do this. We got to get your clout up so you can go fight here. It should be you versus Harley Morenstein from the Epic Mealtime.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Yeah, that'd be fun. I'd fight John Morrison from WWE. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah.
We do have a few Actual Mania promos that we'll check out here. Let's just dive right into it. What do we got?
So you've chosen the hard way, Dr. Gasmus. I'm so glad that you did.
I think it's Kuro.
Tisk. Remember, at the end of the day, you chose this path, and this is your fault. Goodbye.
Oh no.
Remember, could have been a good team. But now you're just gonna be another masked loser that I'm going to crush.
Whoa. So we have two kind of scary competitors feuding with each other. It's interesting.
I like it.
His nightmare. His nightmares. Hannibal versus Tommy Sotomayor.
Oh my God.
Boom.
Ooh.
Tommy Sotomayor would not do well at all. Like in general.
I would enjoy that fight. I would. I think I would take great satisfaction in that fight.
He's
that
not
would
a
be
tough
fun
guy, you know. Like I've seen him get slapped and act like it was the worst thing that's ever happened to him. So
well, then he gonna win a fucking Oscar when I'm finished with him. That'd be great.
Uh-oh.
Hello, Drunken Peasants fans. It's me, Dumpster Auntie Jessie. So, the king has spoken on the subject.
Ruby, Jules, he is not a Boglum.
Damn.
Yeah, the whole Boglum thing is stupid, in my opinion.
Right.
I tell you, that was the best $2 I ever spent. But let me tell you something, okay? Real fucking quick here. Even if somebody was some sort of Boglum, they would still not be able to pass Dumpster Auntie Jessie's Bog Hole Challenge. Now,
What? Bog hole challenge.
What? May be something that you're not ready for. You probably ain't going to pass that Bog Hole Challenge. I ain't never seen nobody pass it except the king.
Shredded.
I bet Monty could destroy your Bog Hole Challenge.
Yeah, what are we talking about? Whoa, no!
It's
Is that chowder?
It's the Subway sauce sandwich. Remember, they sent him a foot-long sandwich from Subway, but it was only the sauces from Subway, all mixed together.
No.
Oh man!
Look at that run out. It's running out of there. I bet there's mayo in there too, Hannibal. There's mayo in there.
Listen, I would not fight King Cobra. Okay, that motherfucker's crazy. All right, like there's no stomach shot I could do to him that would hurt him. Okay, like I could hit him with a spinning back kick in the stomach and like just bounce off of him. Okay, he'd be like fucking Yokozuna. He would just take that shit and just eat. He would just eat that shit and keep going.
Cobra's one of the few regulars we watch on the show that we've seen in a fight.
Yeah, he kicked the crap out of Warlord.
I believe it.
King Cobra GFS. Now, the Bog Hole Challenge is simple, but can you pass it? I will be able to tell, based on your bog hole, whether or not you are a bogaloon and not some sort of secret poslum. You like that Raising Cane's chicken, do you?
Oh, shit.
Oh.
So do we have to shout her up when we do it? Is that how you win the Bog Hole Challenge?
See, even I can't pass the Bog Hole Challenge. I don't expect any of you to pass that Bog Hole Challenge neither. I think that y'all a bunch of shallow-mouthed poslums.
Whoa.
But, you know, if you want to try to pass that Bog Hole Challenge, you just let me know.
Whoa.
Y'all have a good day.
Whoa.
You know what it reminded me of? Like there's a scene in the hands what's the
hand that rocks the cradle?
No. What's the movie? Oh shit! It's right on the tip of my tongue. Not the hands that built them. Gangs of New York. Is it Gangs of New York?
I don't know.
With Butcher Bill?
Yeah, with Bill the Butcher.
Yeah, Bill the Butcher.
Is that movie called Gangs of New York?
That's Daniel Day-Lewis, Gangs of New York with Leonardo DiCaprio and John C. Reilly, right?
That feels like that's not the right name, and it's fucking with me right now. Anyway, there's a scene in that movie where like some guy calls Leonardo DiCaprio something. He's like, I don't know what that word is, but I know what a chiseler is. Are you calling me a chiseler? And he was like, yeah, I'm calling you a chiseler. That's what it feels like. It feels like she made up a word, and it's definitely an insult. I don't know what it is, but by her tone, the tone of her voice, I feel like it was very aggressive.
Opposlim is a opposing boglum. If you're not a real boglum, a shallow mouth poslim, that's quite an insult.
Is it called Gangs of New York? This shit is fucking with me now.
You're probably used to so many other New York gangs that it's throwing you off.
VerminSupreme.exe has been uploaded on your device. You think this is a joke? I'm fucking serious. Fuck it, you'll see. I don't even know why I warned you. I hope these rodents shit all over the place. That it will be funny then ha 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 circulamankia.
What?
There is some good news. Anyone that uses vansglobal.com to get their THC products is safe. So order now to protect yourself from the virus.
What code do they use?
Make sure to use code PEASANTS at checkout to save 20%.
I agree.
That's PASANTS.
They sent me this really cool vape battery.
They've sent me nothing, but I also don't like that stuff, so.
Right.
It's even.
Wait. This is a real commercial. Wait, I'm sorry. Run it again. I thought
that was a promo.
That was a promo.
That was a promo from Flockapossum.
But that doesn't mean you shouldn't use code peasants.
Yes.
At checkout.
Yeah, link in the description.
Okay, wait. I'm saying, can I see the commercial one more time? I thought it was for Actual Mania.
It is.
I was watching.
It is.
It is.
Okay.
I'll play it one more time.
Yes.
I'm just here to warn you that VerminSupreme.exe has been uploaded on your device. You think this is a joke? I'm fucking serious.
Because Vermin Supreme is the name of their tag team.
Flockapossum and Rat Lord.
Yeah.
Fuck it, you'll see.
Okay.
I don't even know why I warned you. I hope these rodents shit all over the place. That it will be funny then ha 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 circulamankia. There is some good news. Anyone that uses vansglobal.com to get their THC products is safe. So order now to protect yourself from the virus. Make sure to use code PEASANTS at checkout to save 20%.
That is all true. You can get some cool stuff to get yourself high from Vance Global.
I would not say anything in that promo was a lie. So
nope.
So be careful when you go against Vermin Supreme and Actual Mania.
You are a music producer, Hannibal. And we have a future music star competing in Actual Mania. Their name is Ruby Jules. I don't know. So singing sensation, Ruby Jules. We're about to kick it off right now. Here we go.
Okay.
Got something on your mind? Call me at 1-900-LINK. Just $9.99 a minute. What are you waiting for?
Oh. It's 1-900-LICK.
Actually, I might be getting them confused with someone else's. I don't know.
Is this Beavis and Butthead?
No.
Are they a tag team?
Don't tell our real names. I'm Beavis.
Damn
He's Butthead. Yeah.
You boned that one.
I'm naked.
Oh, yeah, here he is.
Jules hopes you've had a good Valentine's Day. Everybody, get ready for what's to come.
Okay, he didn't sing. Wow, I'm really surprised. I might have to dig up one of his songs if he doesn't. Oh, here we go.
Hello, everyone. This is Ruby Jules, the Bogum leader. I just want to let you know, you don't know what a Bogum is. And as for you, court of the Crispy Owls, we're not afraid of you. You bored for that. Come up with something new. As for Auntie Betsy was so hurt that I was participating in Actual Mania that she tried to cancel me. Coke and seeds. I am taking on Curl and his partner, or mostly Curl. Now, Charles Cinder and I was like,
I'm having a little trouble understanding what you're saying. I'm kind of glad you captioned it, but a lot of it's misspelled.
Is Kuro in the tag team match?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, listen. I do get excited when I see that cavernous echo setting in my reverb, but you don't use it that much. Dial it back a little bit.
I'm glad you didn't finish that.
This is Boglum stuff. Or is it Poslam stuff? That's the question.
I like listen. I wanted to just take the echo down, just the reverb down, just a smidge.
I want to find.
I think that's spooky tuning.
I want to find one of his actual songs so Hannibal can hear it.
It was reminding me of like Mac Tonight from like the early 90s.
Yeah, the moon. There's one. There was a bunch of McDonald's that they put an animatronic Mac Tonight in to promote that ad campaign, and there's still one. I think it's in Florida that still has the animatronic Mac Tonight in it.
Yep, there's one left in the continent. There's one Mac Tonight statue and there's one Blockbuster, and they're too far apart from one another.
All right, here I'm gonna play this for you. Here's one of his actual songs. I'll just play a little taster for you.
All right, here we go. Let's see.
Do you hear the pan flute?
I'm trying to listen, man. I'm a guest, and let's watch some more. Watch some more of this.
A Boglum is a golden teacher.
Is you or is
you ain't?
Yeah,
a Boglum.
That's the.
It's just something.
Oh shit, that's not it. Those are all the actual Mania promos that I have right
is
now.
You is or is you ain't a golden teachy.
Okay, and who is he? And who is he going up against?
All right, I'll pull up the full card. I have it on my phone here that I updated it. I'll get that up here.
See, here's the thing. I think it actually works well for the promo that he's doing. If the promo he's doing is like Bray Wyatt is the Fiend. You know what I mean? Like if you're trying to go like the dark kind of twisted theme, then I think it works well. You know, like
there's a lot of people doing that. There's
the jazz and pan flute.
So main event, special guest referee match for the world title. On the next episode, we're gonna have the people vote who will be the special guest referee between Billy the Fridge, Simple Country, and Teddy Rubskin, and they will decide whether to call the match down the middle or screw over one of the two competitors. The two competitors are myself, the World Heavyweight Champion, and Jess Bro.
Jess Bro killed it with the.
Oh, you're being generous.
Are we supposed to call them chest animals?
Knockers.
She did titty puppetry.
She did.
Really?
Yeah, puppets of the tits. She had a shirt, a DP shirt on with Ben and myself on her boobs, and she made us her puppets.
Yeah.
It was.
And then she like broke an egg on her chest or something.
That was a little much.
Was it like a DP shirt or
It was. It's a DP shirt of me and Billy as like sexy ladies.
Okay.
In like DP shirt crop tops.
Yeah, we had
covering our
boobs,
giant
and we were
boobs.
on her boobs, and her boobs were
Yeah.
making us talk. Made us look like a couple of boobs. That ain't right.
And then after that, we have the eradication accommodation match. The winner will become the number one contender to face the champion at the next actual Mania in March. The competitors will be Simple Country, Kuro, Dr. Piss, Dr. Gas Mask, Smarty, and Teddy Rubskin. And this is a 6-man elimination match where they will be coming in one at a time. And the winner will get the number one contender spot. The Cringerweight title match will be Egghead defending his title against Big Cat Scott Henson, who is, yes.
Whoa.
Yes. And then the tag team title fatal 4-way match. The defending champions, Auntie Jessie and Court of Owls, will square off against the team of Flock of Possum and Rat Lord, which is Vermin Supreme. And then there's Captain Kool-Aids and the Necromancer. And then the team of John from Finland and Ruby Jules, who we just saw one of their team. Winner becomes the champion. 4-way. We're just going to put all 4 of them up for vote at once after we play all their videos, and we'll see who wins.
Okay. I like it. I like it a lot. Look at Ben Pye with the championship, like fucking Roman Reigns in this bitch. Just like fucking just like you the head of the table, man, the tribal chief.
The odds have been stacked against me this time in a conspiracy.
I already got my submission filmed and everything. You're gonna be shocked.
So, the odds have been stacked against me by a disgusting conspiracy theory by our general manager, Kalo. He's just mad he was never world champion, and he's taking it out on me. He wants me to simp for his e-girls. I'm way above that. I'm too far above that. I'm the world champion. I'm not going to stoop down to that level. But, you know what? Even in the face of adversity, I believe I will still pull out a victory. And vote Teddy Rubskin. Just vote Teddy Rubskin.
Vote
guys.
Teddy.
I don't trust these other two. Clearly. Billy just wants revenge because I was the losing vote where he lost his championship.
No, I didn't lose my championship. You stole me winning against Hannibal at actual Mania.
I voted for you, Hannibal, and that's how you became champion for a little while.
He was champion already. He was champion going in.
Okay.
So you kept me from holding the title, but I'll probably actually vote for you. Wait
a minute. What videos of me did you watch?
That's the problem. That's the problem. We should have gotten, because now everyone's actually directly involved with it. So, I mean, we would have to see. The thing is like, we just need. I don't even remember what videos we used of you, but going forward. If you ever want to compete, we just need your video before the event happens. That's it.
Yeah. Okay.
If I get voted to be the referee, I might make Ben win. I might choose to make Ben win.
Why?
Because I think it's been interesting that you've had this title for 9 months and you've defended it 3 times.
I think it's great.
It makes more room for the other competitors.
Everyone's afraid to face me.
It makes more room for the other competitors. If you're just holding the championship and not showing up, that gives the audience more of a chance to play.
Jess Bro is only a contender because she won the opportunity. That's it.
I don't know how you are the champion, how you're holding that belt. You've beat King Cobra, and you've beat a woman in the UK that cooked poorly, and this is how Stacked Ben does it. He makes the polls himself, and he doesn't say, vote for who you think is craziest like we do with every other one. He says, vote for who makes the best food. He changed the title himself. That's the conspiracy. That's the conspiracy.
You are not Roman Reigns. You are Vince McMahon.
Are you saying that you're mad that you didn't win the most crazy?
I'm saying, at this point in time, Ben, that title is a paperweight, and it's holding down a paper champion. That's all I'm saying.
It's amazing.
Egghead paid $500 to put a paperweight on a paper champion's shoulder.
Come on, it was $755.24.
Egghead paid upwards of $1,000 for a paperweight on a paper champion. And if you vote for me, I'm gonna give Ben the edge because I like paperweights.
Okay.
I love it. I fucking listen. This is worth joining the Patreon to be able to watch actual Mania.
This means everything to me, guys. I don't know if I can live another day
honestly,
if I lose this title.
That title means the world to Egghead. Egghead's life literally would go on pause if that title didn't exist.
Please vote for Teddy Rubskin. I can't stand to lose this world heavyweight champion. It defines who I am as a human being. And if I lose it, I don't know what I'll do. All right?
Listen, I do like seeing Ben Pye with the championship. Listen, I'm not mad. There's a part of me that wants to be like, I want my belt back. I want to go all Shane Douglas on you right now, you know. But
you want to throw it down? You want to desecrate this
I want to
trophy of the
franchise. You're Tommy Dreamer.
Yeah. Well, no, it was when
he took the NWA championship, the most important title in the world, and threw it on the ground and said it wasn't a championship anymore.
Now that title sits around the waist of a Fox News pundit.
One of them, anyway. I think actually whoever's the champion of Billy Corgan's promotion, technically has it.
Is he not?
I don't. Maybe he is. I don't know.
I don't
know if he just bought
a
belt and has it on Fox News.
I thought he was the champ.
What's that guy's real name? He used to be Snoop's bodyguard. There's this video of Snoop Dogg in Amsterdam.
Brodus Clay?
Yeah, whatever his real name is, he was Snoop's bodyguard. There's an old video of Snoop riding a bike around Amsterdam, and Brodus Clay's on a bike behind him riding around. But I can't remember his real name. He doesn't go by Brodus Clay anyway. I don't think he could anyway because that's owned by WWE. He goes by Tyrus now.
Oh, that was his.
What's his real? He is the NWA World Heavyweight Champion right now. So he carries that. He brings that belt on Fox News. It's hilarious. His real name is George Murdoch.
That's a good wrestling name.
What if he was Rupert Murdoch's illegitimate child, and that's why he's on Fox News?
That's not the big gold belt, right?
No, it's not the big gold belt. That was the WCW belt, mostly.
Okay. What was it? What did it? Okay, I gotta Google.
It had the 10 pounds of gold. It has a globe on it. It was the belt Dusty Rhodes used to wear during his days.
Oh yeah. I remember this belt. I'm looking at it now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hank Chill says his real name is Poop Frog. I don't know if that's true. Could someone fact check that?
Frog?
Can someone fact check that, please?
They gave him the dumbest gimmick ever. They really fucked him. Like, he's a big guy that could do cool things for a big guy, and they gave him the Funkasaurus gimmick and neutered him.
He said originally that he pitched basically the Hall of Pain gimmick they gave Mark Henry.
That's
he
ridiculous.
pitched that as his gimmick he wanted to come in as, and they took that and gave it to Mark Henry and
That's
then gave him
stupid.
the Funkasaurus.
Well, you remember when they gave Mark Henry the silverback gimmick?
Yeah.
It's like, what?
Mark Henry was like an actual Olympian strongman, comes in super serious off the signing, spends like a decade. He got a $10 million 10-year contract, spends a decade doing things like impregnating Mae Young.
With a hand.
And then at the end of his run, he does like this most badass gimmick, gets re-signed.
Didn't they give him the championship after that, right?
The world championship. Yeah, he had a world title run, got re-signed. Like that guy was floating around in the shitter for the longest time.
He wasn't good at wrestling
just right
at first.
Right around time that they were like re-sign time, he goes hard. He's like, by the way, I actually got it. I'm gas. Here we go.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen a lot of wrestlers shoot on him and be like, yeah, man, he's a really good guy outside the ring, and he's like terrible in the ring. Like he was like, yeah, he's not pulling any punches. Like he's really
when you're too strong,
he's like, yeah, like it was just like, yeah, he just did not. He was not doing he was not great in the ring. They loved him in the locker room. They was like, oh, he's such a great guy, good energy, good attitude. He was great to work out with, and it was like, yeah, but in the ring, he was trash. He was just like pancaking guys every chance he got.
I've got a promo from Egghead. Egghead always sends, like, he records it really quick because he gets all worked up. So here it is.
Where you at, big cat? Where you at? See, the difference between you and me, Scott, is I'm actually dedicated in this, unlike you.
He's doing the John Cena. John Cena versus The Rock. You're off in Hollywood. You don't care about the WWE universe.
Yeah, Scott's probably sitting in bed not cutting promos.
And I did it. I thought it was something that I never did my entire life on Actual Mania. And I did it. And I'm not going to lie. I almost puked. I actually almost puked. I didn't. Almost puked, but I didn't.
Okay,
Clam
so
chowder?
There was one time Egghead was really nervous that he was going to lose an Actual Mania, so he made a video where he drank his own piss. And then after really doing it, he quit and didn't even use it right away.
Yeah.
He ended up using it like way later.
Quality Egghead right there.
I mean, the whole reason he won the title back is because he sent a dick pic to the person who was beating him, and they were like, no, vote for Egghead.
Classic Egghead.
That is cringy, though.
Big fan of your work, Egghead. Keep them coming. Keep them guessing.
So he just drank piss for no reason? Egghead, I need more information. I need more information.
He drank piss and then rage quit afterwards. And then came back.
He lost his smile like Shawn Michaels is what happened.
Yeah, it was interesting times.
We were going to have the first ever title unification match, and it was going to be cool, and then Egghead lost his smile.
Scott, come eradication accommodation.
Because you think, like, he would have been like, oh, shit, I'm thinking about drinking my piss. What's wrong with me? And not do it and been like, dude, I can't do this.
Yeah.
But he actually drank the piss and then was like, oh. It's like reverse order.
For those of you saying Egghead's penis must have been disgusting to get somebody to run away from a match,
no, they wanted it.
Flocka wanted that dick pic. Flocka's a connoisseur,
a collector
of sorts, and Flocka said it was a good peen. But he's comparing it to peens like Jared Genesis, King Cobra, all your favorite lolcows. I think he's got a Trumpster Bob original. I'm not sure.
You're gonna find out what happens.
He just collected. Wait, hold on.
He's a possum. He does digging.
He's just collecting dick pics.
He's collecting dick pics like you're collecting royalty checks.
Okay. Hey, listen. I heard John Mulaney tell a story one time of a kid he went to high school that would go to people's houses and steal like family pictures, right? And then he just had like. And then he just like he said he went to this kid's house one time and he just had like a bunch. He was like, hey, like come here. He had like a secret room in his closet.
That's serial killer stuff.
Yes, where he just had a bunch of pictures of like different people's family members that he had just stolen over the years. And he was like, bro, why do you do this? And he was like, because it's something they can never replace. It's just like,
when you mess.
That's cold.
Why? Yeah, he's just collecting dick. Okay, all right. Well, at least Egghead has one of the top tier peens that this person collected. So good on you, Egg.
With the king of cringeawaits, and you try to take something that is rightfully mine. I'll see you there.
I mean, there was one time where I was doing the show. Billy was actually out of town, so he wasn't on that show. and I had Jeff on, and Jeff was just like talking to us, and then all of a sudden Jeff looks at his phone like he just saw the most horrible thing ever, and he's like, someone from the DP fan sent me a picture of Jared's dick, and it was Flockapossum.
Disgusting.
What hold on, Hannah, are you saying you want Flockapossum to send it to you too?
That's a big no.
No, I am not saying that. I am saying the opposite of those words.
Oh, okay.
It's a capital N.
I just wouldn't want him to misunderstand.
Lowercase O period.
Listen, man, I would rather you call me the N-word than fucking.
Oh my God.
Picture.
Oh my God.
Please. Just don't send it to me, man.
I'll be doing neither. I'll be doing neither. I'm gonna. I'll do neither. Have you seen the movie You People yet?
No, I haven't. I've heard mixed things about it, but I'm looking forward to it. I like Jonah Hill's kind of
it's awkward,
mean, sarcastic style of humor.
It's awkward. Like he's got like the awkward thing going on in the movie. I mean, that's perfect for this movie because it's like all awkwardness between the two families, and it's like. Mm-hmm. It's like, you know, his family is Jewish and her family is like Nation of Islam. And Eddie Murphy's character's wearing like a hat that Louis Farrakhan gave him.
A kufi?
Yeah.
From Louis Farrakhan at the dinner.
Yeah.
It's I like it. I thought it was a fun film. It's very uncomfortable at times. I like that. Very funny if you like to laugh at racial differences like myself.
I do love. Listen, I do love it when I watch a person from Easter Island get into it with a motherfucker from Greenland. That shit is fucking hilarious, man.
Whoa!
When I watch a motherfucker from Madagascar get into it with somebody from Tasmania, that shit is fucking hilarious.
Whoa!
Yeah, that shit is fantastic. When I watch, I'm trying to think of other obscure places. Somebody from the North Pole get into it with somebody from Christmas Island, which is a real place, right?
Whoa!
That doesn't actually celebrate Christmas. It's so crazy.
Yeah, how is there a Christmas Island and an Easter Island, and neither of them have a Holiday Inn?
Yeah,
the fuck.
It's dumb and it's funny, and I don't know.
It's so stupid.
It is. I like. Yeah, I've been meaning to. I haven't watched any of those Eddie Murphy like straight to streaming platforms. Like I haven't watched Coming to America 2. I never watched Dolomite, and I haven't watched You People. Right, but I want to check it out.
I watched Coming to America 2. I had to watch that. It was like I was forced to watch it. My memory as a kid would not let me not watch it.
Yeah.
Same reason I've seen every episode of Girl Meets World.
Yeah, I had an opportunity with Coming to America 2. They did the principal filming here in Atlanta at Tyler Perry's studio, and I'd gotten in contact with somebody who had, was in direct contact with the music supervisor for the film. And they were like, yeah, they're still looking for stuff. And they was like, yeah, what we want to do is take some of the iconic music from the original film and like kind of remix it for this film. And I was like, oh, cool. I had been wanting to make this beat out of, when old boy sang She's Your Queen to Be, right? So I made this beat. Right. Yeah. And I was like, and I made this beat and it was fucking fire. And then the person that I needed to get in contact with the music supervisor couldn't fucking get in contact with this person for like a month. Boo. And then the day I finally got in contact with that person, it was like, oh yeah, man, they finished. They picked all the songs. So now I got this dope ass She's Your Queen to Be beat. And he was like, and he listened to it and was like, man, this shit is dope. This would have been great for the movie.
So fucked up.
Like,
so fucked up.
So mad.
I'd be
so
better.
Fucking mad. Yeah. I got to send it. Matter of fact, I'll email it to you now so you can check it out.
I want to hear it. I want to hear it.
Yeah, it's dope.
I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I watched that Quantum Mania today. Have you been able to go see it yet?
No, I'm gonna go see it tomorrow. I'll go see it tomorrow.
I had to see it today.
Yeah, with Marvel films, people can't help but spoil shit. So it's like you gotta see it. Fucking matter of fact, the day before Endgame came out, we were on DP. Me and my were on DP with you, and the chat could not help but just spoil that shit in the chat. I was livid. I was so mad. I never wanted to fight people on the internet more than I did that day. I was so angry.
Elon Musk's Twitter had like trending spoilers for the last 3 days. So I went into it already spoiled, but it is what it is. At least Egghead didn't spoil it for me.
There you go. All right. Yeah, I'm sending you the Queen to be nice. Now. You can check that out. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Next DP meetup at Comet Ping Pong Pizza.
That's like the Pizzagate pizza restaurant.
Oh yeah. Where Hillary Clinton had that sex dungeon for all the kids in the basement. Yeah.
Everybody's like, Comet Pizza doesn't even have a basement, but the butcher across the street does, owned by the same guy.
Got him. It's all on Hunter Biden's laptop.
That's
you. How you know it's true.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We got here's some Beardson.
What is Hannibal's take on wrestling spoilers?
Why are you going there, Egghead? Like, are you just trying? Like, Egghead. I mean, if you ask for it, it'll happen. I mean,
I don't like any spoilers, right? Like I just there was one of the worst nights ever was it was like New Year's Eve a couple like 2004, I think. It was like UFC 200 and like Brock Lesnar was fighting somebody. I forgot who he was fighting. Maybe it was Brock fought Randy Couture, Frank Mir or somebody. I forget what it was. All I know was the whole night I was I was the general manager for a chain of porn stores in New Orleans. I didn't have anybody to work the graveyard shift at one of the stores, so I had to work the graveyard shift instead of watching this UFC pay-per-view, right? So every customer that would come into the store, I'll be like, hey, look, listen, I'm a big UFC fan. There's a pay-per-view tonight. I've recorded it at my house. If you say anything, I will punch you in the dick. Okay, so don't say nothing. If you know, just keep it to yourself, right? And everybody was real fucking respectful till about like 6-7 o'clock in the morning. This guy came in, and I was like, "Yeah, man, I'm a big UFC fan," and I'm pretty sure he stopped listening in that exact instant, right? Because I said, "Hey, I'm a big UFC fan. The UFC pay-per-view tonight, Brock Lesnar, I haven't seen nothing. So if you know what happened, don't say nothing." And he's like, "Oh man, it was amazing. Brock Lesnar knocked this fucking guy the fuck out," and just instantly just ruined the whole night for me. And yeah, I punched him in the dick. And that's basically how that story played out.
I do this thing where I troll Egghead because Egghead has this sick fascination with telling everyone when a celebrity dies. So he'll do it in the Discord. He was doing it all the time. I noticed it at first because I'm like, why do I always find out someone died from Egghead? Like, why is it always Egghead? And I see him doing it all the time. So what I do now is I copy his post, delete it, and then post it as if I was the one who told everybody. and he gets really mad. And you know what he did today? You know what he responded to? He was like, I bet if I post a picture of my father's tombstone, you delete it and post it. And I'm like,
okay. You have to at that point.
But well, here's the thing: Egghead gets mad when people bring up his dad, but he uses his dad in this weird like way to like attack people for sympathy. And it's like when you do that, you open up the door for other, like if you can't mention your dad and then expect other people not to. I wouldn't do it, but when you do that, when you say things like that, you kind of leave it open because you put it out there.
But using your dead dad to win arguments is like the only good thing a dead dad is for anymore.
Nope, I'm not touching that.
Ben, I don't want to go there.
Ben, my dead dad told me I could use him to win arguments on DP.
No, he didn't.
We wouldn't care anyway. My dad doesn't give a shit. When he died, he was ready, I think.
We were talking about having him on before he passed.
Yeah, he was going to come in, and I literally talked to him on Thanksgiving about having him come in, and he died like a couple weeks later. That would have been
If you don't
great.
want people to mention him, you like that, you shouldn't like use him as like leverage when you're going after somebody. That's what I'm saying. It's okay to talk about him, but when you're like using him as leverage, you've now mentioned it like at somebody. Like, I'm just saying.
The worst thing about all of
I'm
this
just saying.
is none of our fans know Raquel Welch died because Egghead hasn't sent $5 into
No. We covered that.
We did?
Yeah. Well, not like reacting to it.
What, in the Discord or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, but nobody, like, only a small percentage of people are on the Discord. Egghead was supposed to come in with a $5 dono and say Raquel Welch died, and then all of our... So there's people watching right now that have no idea that Raquel Welch died. That's the real tragedy.
Raquel Welch died.
See? Egghead's $5 could have gone to the information. Was she 70? Was that... I don't know how old.
Listen, I don't know if this is inappropriate to say, but like Raquel Welch stayed hot for a really long time, right?
Yeah.
Like I feel like I
very
feel
much
like
so.
like there's a lot of people her age that don't stay hot, and then she stayed hot for a very long time.
And she turned grumpier old men into humpier old men.
Oh yeah, it's from that movie that I saw that one time. I know what you're talking about.
I get that reference. I'm looking at a picture of her in her last public sighting. She did not look like she was doing too well.
Yeah.
She died at 82 years old. 82 years old.
Oh, she just died today?
Yesterday, I believe.
Yes. Okay. So all right. So wait, just so I understand this, celebrities will die, and Egghead will post about celebrity deaths in the chat.
He wants to be the one to like tell it. He probably does it all over in other places.
He's
too.
kind of like the town crier.
And before this, he would also post the results of WWE and stuff like that, and people complained, and that started a whole drama too. And then the other night, Billy gave him permission because he does make big donos, and we appreciate that.
Egghead donated $100, and I said in jest, you bought yourself a spoiler, Egghead. One spoiler, and then he
did it like so quick.
He quickly drops a huge Royal Rumble spoiler, and it just stirred up 2 days,
so much drama,
2 to 3 days worth of hot shit, and then lingering stink. Well, afterwards,
the Royal Rumble is the only wrestling event that I always watch. Like there's like I might not watch WrestleMania. I might miss the Great American Bash, Elimination Chamber. I might miss every card of the year, but I never miss the Royal Rumble. That is my favorite event to watch.
It is
not
the
even
best.
the whole fucking pay-per-view, just the match itself. All right, like I've watched every Royal Rumble. I love them. It's just good fun. And when you don't watch wrestling for a year, it's a fun way to learn who all the new guys are.
it is a
right?
great way to get into a WrestleMania season.
Yeah, if he would have spoiled this, that like if he was said that, oh yeah, and then so and so wins the men's rumble, I would have been very upset.
I'll tell you what
very
though,
upset with Egghead.
after I said that he gets one free spoiler, the immediacy of the spoiler, the depth of the spoiler,
it was very detailed.
I laughed. Probably the hardest I've laughed on the show in recent memory.
I feel like he already had it typed up. I feel like he already had it typed up from sending it somewhere else, and he just copy pasted it.
It was so cold blooded and so fun. I just laughed so hard. I was like, "Oh shit!" I did not expect it. It was hard.
Yeah, well, look, that sounds like Egghead deserves to be the cringerweight champion. That's what it sounds like to me. This is what it sounds like to see. You see how I tied it back into
There
actual
you go.
Mania?
That's big money right there.
So they had Raquel Welch in Grumpy Old Men, and then they had Sophia Loren in Grumpy Earl.
Weren't they both in Grumpy Old Men?
I don't think so.
Are you sure she was in Grumpy Old Men? I thought they were both in the Grumpier Old Men.
And Margaret and Sophia Loren were in Grumpier Old Men.
Wait a minute. I need.
I'm pretty sure they had different like love interests in Grumpier Old Men.
Yeah, maybe
maybe. Hold on, I'll double check.
Yeah, Raquel Welch was not in Grumpy Old Men.
Oh, okay.
And Margaret was in Grumpy Old Men.
Okay, so Raquel Welch was never in any of the Grumpier Old Men.
She was in Grumpier Old Men, I thought. Am I wrong about that?
So Sophia Loren
maybe
was in
I am
Grumpy.
wrong. Maybe it was Sophia Loren.
Okay.
Am I that wrong? Never mind.
Raquel Welch was like a Central American, and Sophia Loren was an Italian actress.
I don't know why I thought she was in Grumpier Old Men. This is obviously some sort of what's that gimmick with Sinbad in the Genie movie?
You mean the thing where people are wrong and they make up some bullshit?
It's
so
obviously
that they don't
the
have to
Mandela
admit
effect
it? Oh.
strikes again.
Okay.
Can't believe the Mandela effect struck again. This is why we gotta stop messing with the fabric of time. Kang.
I've seen very mid reviews on this film.
I don't
so
think they're
far,
fair. I think they're from people who have no idea what the comic books are. They have no idea what the story's being told. I could be wrong.
I remember
seen it already?
I've seen Quantumania. Literally, I left there and came to the show today.
I remember how Kang looked like in the comic books. He didn't look human. You know, he looked like he had he was like purple and blue, and his face was like almost robotic looking.
Was that his suit?
Let me see.
Because I'm pretty sure Kang had no actual superpowers, right? He was just super intelligent.
Yeah, I don't think. He just had like a lot of advanced.
I had the action figure of him.
Yeah, that was his suit. He had a time travel gimmick.
Yeah, he looked like this.
Because isn't he also like a descendant of Reed Richards? Isn't that comic book official?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like he's a descendant of Reed Richards. Also drop one of Clues bombs for people not being mad that Kang the Conqueror is being played by a black dude. You know, as opposed
Jonathan
to
Majors is a fantastic actor. He is a get. Marvel getting him early in his career like this, solidifying him. Ever since they locked him in, he's just been delivering at everything else he does too. If you looked at Jonathan Majors, was it The Last Black Man in San Francisco? Was that the movie he kind of came out in? I love that movie. That was part of like a threesome of films that came out of San Francisco around the same time. Sorry to Bother You, I think was one of them, and then what was the other one I'm thinking of? Blind Spotting? Was that it?
It might be so, but drop one of Clues bombs for Billy the Fridge. I am surprised, man. Listen, man, you've earned your plate at the cookout, bro.
I've been adjacent. I've been to cookouts, you know. I've eaten a couple of plates. I'm not trying to get invited, but I won't turn one down. I'm not out here looking to culture vulture, like the kids say. I actively tried not to be a rapper for the longest time, and even when I did, I feel like I borrowed just as much from Weird Al as I do from Tupac.
Yeah, listen, I love it, man. So here's the $1 million question.
Yeah,
when is Billy the Fridge going to do an album with Hannibal the Beat Animal?
See, we talked about it when you were here in Seattle, and then we haven't did any follow-ups, right?
Not at all. Not at all.
He's already working on one now too.
I've been getting into a studio with my buddy Bill Beats out here. I had to stop because of my accent. I literally can't stand long enough to record a verse.
They can't do it when you're sitting?
Maybe, but it's like there's a lot of action that goes because we're live streaming the whole process. So like we're doing live settings, and I just haven't felt 100% up to the process just yet. I'm pretty beat up, but yeah, we should still do that too, because
listen, we should. Do you know a producer? I think he's from Seattle. He's here in Atlanta now. I think he's in Atlanta now. Is a producer by the name of Agent M. Are you familiar with him? Does that ring a bell?
Let me look him up. I don't know if he had a different name or not.
Hey Ben, as a connoisseur of Belgian beer, what are your takes on Belgian-style beers produced in the U.S.? New Belgium Brewing CEO.
Yeah.
Makes fine great beer.
Yeah. I first had New Belgium when I was living in New Mexico because it was from Colorado, so we had it in New Mexico before it was nationwide. I like a lot of their stuff. I like Fat Tire. There's like a there's like a dark lager that they make that's pretty good. It's good. It's not like real Belgian beer though. It tries to mimic it, but it doesn't taste the same to me. It's good though.
I'm looking at Agent M's page. He is a Seattle guy. He's got a bunch of people who follow him that are friends of mine.
Here it is. I like this one.
Yeah, he's dope. We're talking about trying. Well, we might be potentially trying to draft him to my National Beat Battle Association collective, the ATL Track Monsters, and I think if he's interested, I think he would be a fantastic addition to our team. Like, I got his number, but I haven't called him yet. And I was trying to let the general manager call him first before I called him, but I'm kind of like, season starts in April, and I'm just like, hey man, I want to call this guy. I've been wanting to ask you. I was like, hey man, I wonder if Billy knows Agent M. I didn't see you following him on Instagram, but then he doesn't have a lot of followers, so I was like, well, maybe that's what it is. And Billy's a superstar. So,
I'm not sure if we've ever crossed paths, but a lot of my friends follow him. The guy I'm working with on this album right now follows him. So
okay.
And he's followed by a lot of. He's got some old heads on here, so maybe I've ran into him and just don't know the name. He's a younger guy, 89. Well, younger than me, 89. I don't know when he got into the scene, but that's.
So
he looks kind of familiar, but I don't know if I've met him.
Hannibal, are you aware that episode 1 of Picard dropped today? Episode 1 of season 3?
No, I have. So I watched probably 4 episodes of Picard, and this is like 4 episodes over the course of like 3 months, and I was just like, I couldn't get into it. It was like it's
weird.
The least it would. I think the first part was, I guess, me realizing a couple episodes in that this is not the Picard from the Next Generation timeline that we know. This is a different Picard from a similar timeline.
That's
right?
not my understanding. From what I understand, it is an official sequel.
So this is supposed to be like a part of like the Next Generation universe.
It's official canon. Yes.
Yeah,
and
I
will say, like, the first 2 seasons are kind of weird. It doesn't feel like Star Trek. I'm hoping this one, since they got the old gang back together and they're all going to be on a ship together for this last one, like they got LeVar and Dorn and all of them back, so it should. I'm going to give it a chance. I've watched it all though, so I might as well finish it.
I like it as the Star Trek shows go, right? Like, and I'm not exactly sure what your ranking would be in terms of favorites, I guess, not best, but in terms of favorites, where does Picard fall on the ladder?
Honestly, I would put it above Discovery too.
Okay,
Discovery is like rock bottom for Star Trek for me.
Yeah, I like the first 2 seasons of Discovery. I did not like season 3, and I don't expect to like season 4. I
even score. I score Enterprise surprisingly high because a lot of people didn't like Enterprise, but I put them. I like them pretty well. I like them better than the original series.
Yeah, I didn't like Enterprise. I didn't like the first 2 seasons of Enterprise, but then that Xindi Expanse season 3, that shit was. That was look. Listen, I would say that was top tier. Like, I would put that up there as like if I took like the best seasons of all the Star Trek shows, that would probably be top 3 of all the seasons of all the Star Treks. I really like that.
What's the new one with like Pike? What's it called? Is it Strange New Worlds?
Strange New Worlds. Fucking love that show.
I've hardly watched that one, so I don't really have that.
I've heard good stuff about it.
It looks cool.
Yeah, it's a
prequel. prequels are so much safer than moving the story forward. You know, that's why everyone was doing it for a while. They're like everything was a prequel and nothing was new.
Well, there's a lot of lore there that can be explored. That's already people are already interested in.
Yeah, Pike was the captain right before Kirk, so there is like that gap there.
Anson Mount, that's the guy who plays him. Is that his name?
Yeah. Is his name Ensign?
Anson.
Oh, Anson. I was like, that's hilarious.
Anson
He's
Mount,
playing
I
a
think is his
captain
name.
and his name's Ensign.
He was
blackballed.
You know what though,
Blackballed,
dude? It was so cringy. They brought back Wesley in Picard eventually.
Oh, is he fat? Is he fat, Wesley?
No. I mean, it's Will Wheaton. He's not fat. I mean, he's not like in the greatest shape, but he's like not fat.
He wouldn't get fired out of Waffle House.
But he's still he's the new traveler. They brought him and yeah, I don't want to spoil too much, but he's like he comes back as the new traveler. They squeezed him in for like a small role.
Yeah. Teddy Rubskin brought up Lower Decks. Yeah, so Lower Decks.
That's animated, right?
Yeah. Like, listen, you haven't watched Lower Decks?
I mean, like a little bit.
Bro, Lower Decks is the best Star Trek show of all the Star Trek shows. As much as and I'm a Deep Space Nine guy, right? But it's like, yeah, Lower Decks is god tier.
The Orville is the best Star Trek show.
You know what my favorite DC?
The Orville is like watching The Next Generation with a little bit of like comedy thrown into it, but it's shot the same, the exact same way, like it's the 90s still. It's crazy.
I've heard great things about the Orville, and it's on Hulu, right?
I think so. I think they made a new season of it.
I think they did release a new season.
Yeah.
You were about to say something about DC.
They had a DC sitcom called Powerless, and I haven't seen Lower Decks, but it reminds me of Lower Decks. Powerless was like a sitcom, and it was just people who were doing their everyday job in the DC universe. And then, like, out of nowhere, there would be like a superhero flying into the office window, and they'd have to deal with it. I don't know if that's anything like Lower Decks, just kind of like less important characters doing less important shit, having to deal with all the.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah,
Speaking of DC-based shows, one night I just got bored and binge-watched Stargirl. I
don't even know anything about that.
It is based off of an actual comic. She's the daughter of Starman. I think what's his name? Joe Hale plays Starman.
Joe McHale?
Joe McHale, that's the name.
Joel McHale. Shit. Joel McHale.
Joel McHale.
Joel McHale.
Yeah. Because we were just talking about him yesterday. Yeah, he plays Starman in it. She's like the daughter of Starman, and she didn't realize it. And what's his name? What's his name? Oh, I can't remember. He's a brother. His brother's an actor who's blonde and he has brown hair. Luke Wilson. Luke Wilson's in it.
Okay.
He plays Stripe, who's like a almost like an Iron Man. He's like an automaton, a guy inside of like a big like robot suit. I don't know if you're familiar with the Starman lore. Starman had like this magical rod that made him all powerful, and Stargirl has made the rod into like a staff. Yeah, magic rod.
Yeah, I was just thinking I might be Starman. Shit. No, clearly Monty would be Starman. The magic rod, that's definitely him. If y'all saw the shit show DMs, like it is just like it's like Monty doesn't need Tinder, okay? All he has to do is just open the shit show DMs on any platform. Like, I have to remind women on a regular basis that me and his daughter both have access to this profile. I'm like, hey, man.
What is that thing?
These are all the different incarnations of Starman, and I think they're including Stargirl in the upper right.
What's the cape thing in the middle down below the peenie?
That's one of the Starman incarnations. If you notice, most of them have like a staff or a rod.
They all look like Sailor Moon, is what I'm seeing.
The one in the bottom right is the original Starman, and his is like a scepter, but the rest of them have like a staff. Did you watch the Netflix Sandman? Did you see that? Were you ever a fan of that?
I watched Sandman, and I watched literally up to the very last episode, and then watched half the last episode and stopped when I realized what it. When I realized what it was, I was like, "Oh, this is like a bonus episode." It's like, you know what it was? It was like watching The Watchmen, and it was like, "Oh yeah," and here's that Curse of the Black Freighter animated thing.
They renewed it, so they're gonna make another one. I thought it was made pretty well, and they even made the reference back to the original Sandman, because in the Sandman comic book, they found a way to like make the Morpheus the Sandman somehow like distantly related to the original Sandman. You know?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed that show. I think my girlfriend binge watched it, and then she was like, "Yeah, that shit's really fucking good." And then she a big old nerd just like me. So when she said it, she was like, "Yeah, you need to check this out." And I was like, I think I binge watched it all in like 2 days, and I was like, "Yeah, I thoroughly like."
They found a really good actor to play him.
Yeah, I didn't like him at first. I felt like his part was like, I felt like anybody could have played him, but then reading back on the comics, because I never read the Neil Gaiman books, right?
Yeah.
And then when I read up on the books, and then I kind of looked at his performance again, I was like, oh, this is actually kind of fresh. I fuck with this. All right.
Patton Oswalt as the Raven is kind of weird.
Yeah. But I like the old girl from Brienne of Tarth as Satan. I thought that was dope.
Yeah, dude, that the way they battle is really cool. Like the concept of the battle between Morpheus and Satan.
Yeah.
All
you got to do is say, "I'm invincible times infinity," and then they just can't beat you.
The whole concept of the death character is interesting because she's just like, when it's your turn to die, it's like all of a sudden you just see this woman appear before you, and she's like, time to go.
Yeah.
Is that how death works? Like in the concept of death?
Yeah, in the show. Yeah,
And
she's a
that's
person.
like
She's like a
life, though.
sentient being.
Yeah, they just have the Grim Reaper do the same thing, though, right? That's
but this is just like a woman, you know?
Yeah.
And then
I like the episode. The death episode was super dope. The diner episode was super fucking dope. And the oh god damn it, which one is it? Is the
Despair
Death Diner?
Oh my god, the diner one is like a mind fuck. Where like this guy, he has a ring that can make dreams come true, and he like makes it so that no one can tell a lie, and you realize when people are always like too honest, bad things can happen. Like when there's no restraint at all, like fucked up things happen.
Yeah, like there's a scene. I don't want to spoil it, but it's just such a great scene. It was like the fucking like one of the waitresses in the diner,
and the
cook.
Like
she wants to fuck. Yeah, she wants to fuck the cook. Yeah, that whole
I was like, oh my god, no, they went there.
Yeah, they did that shit. I was like, man, good stuff. Good. You know, it was like watching fucking like the end of Old Boy or something. It was just like, ooh.
That episode's like a bad acid trip. It's that episode is nothing like any of the other episodes in that.
Yeah, it is. It is wild as fuck, but it was great. It was fuck, and that was one of the things that I liked about the show, because it almost felt like I was watching Black Mirror, in that I was watching a bunch of vignettes that the Sandman happened to be in, but then they all found a way to kind of overlap. Like it was like every episode, almost like it was filmed like by a different director, you know. But then it all made sense. It was
It's just sad. It's just sad that they couldn't use the DC connection as much, because a lot of the other characters in the DC universe are involved in the Sandman story, and they couldn't do it.
DC's very like they hold their characters from their programming.
Yeah.
Like the Gotham TV show, they wouldn't let them use Joker in it, but they made a character that was like just Joker. And he became like one of the better characters in the show, and because he was not Joker, but he was Joker.
Yeah, they do that in this. They replace certain characters that they couldn't use. I want to point out though, Desire is a totally like androgynous character. It's interesting, and they got a trans actor to play Desire.
Okay, see, I thought Desire was trans, and they made it androgynous, and it's the other way around. It's an androgynous character that was played by a trans.
It's
person.
a genderless character, like Desire's.
Is Desire the red one?
Yes,
there?
yes.
Yeah.
And then there's Destiny, which hasn't appeared yet, but you'll probably see him next season. He's the one with the book chained to his wrist.
They asked me to play the naked fat shit, but I was busy with Drunken Peasants.
That's
so
Despair. Despair was in it. Despair and Desire were kind of like the antagonists.
I had to turn
in
down the
season
role
one.
of Despair because we were having
Destruction is the hitchhiker looking guy, and Death is the woman on the left that looks like a goth girl, and then in the middle, the guy who looks like Robert Smith from The Cure is the Sandman or Dream.
Yeah.
Who's the BPD girl on the ground?
Shit.
Oh, that's Delirium.
Yeah. I'm never not surprised by the amount of random information that Ben Pye knows in depth. Like he doesn't just know random shit. He knows a bunch of random shit in depth. Like you know, like he knows a lot of shit, a lot of random shit, and he just knows a lot about it.
That's one of your favorite comic book runs, right?
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
I wish I would like to see what James Gunn could do with incorporating the Sandman into the DC universe.
He might bring it out. You can see
it's under contract for Netflix right now, and mostly DC is over on HBO.
He'll probably have the company of DC going for a decade. So would be surprised if he does something with them later on. And who knows if they have a different contract for movies than they have for TV. That they definitely did that with DC before.
Yeah.
Did you see that Bill Goldberg's trending right now?
No, what did he do?
He commented on Rihanna's halftime show and said he said it was horrible. I was disgusted by it.
Why?
And now everybody's pulling up Bret Hart talking about how horrible Goldberg was as a wrestler, and they're just like, yeah, well, your wrestling is horrible, and I was disgusted by it. So it's like dragging Bill Goldberg right now because he dragged Rihanna.
I don't understand why he had that opinion.
I don't know.
Because I watched the whole thing. I'm not the hugest Rihanna fan, but I didn't see anything wrong with it.
I
saw nothing disgusting.
I thought it was perfectly middle of the ground.
I'd be disturbed if you were a very big Rihanna fan. Like you was like, I'm a big Rihanna fan. Like any heterosexual male is like I'm a huge Rihanna fan. Not like I think Rihanna's hot and I want to have sex with her, but like I'm just like, listen, I love all her albums. That shit is like, it's like if you meet a guy that's like a Madonna fan or a Beyonce fan, it's just kind of like, okay. And like you're not a musician, you're just a really big fan of the music. Like you just really love Taylor Swift or Lady Gaga. I'm just like,
In some of the QAnon conspiracy leaks, they've implicated Rihanna as being a top tier abuser at Epstein Island.
Oh my God! Someone in the fan chat, Muffin Madden says, "Fly Cobes out to Seattle." There was already a plan to bring Cobes out to Seattle, and we were going to get him in the studio and party with them and buy him a bunch of beer and help him make a bunch of money. And he said his schedule was full, which is ridiculous. So I don't think that's ever. I think Cobes is afraid to leave his comfort zone. So that's probably mostly what's going on.
I have been grooming women to have sex with King Cobra. So
oh God! Someone's gonna clip that.
It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time, guys.
That's going in the archive.
If you are a woman watching at home right now and don't know whether or not you'd have sex with King Cobra, talk to me. I'll tell you you will. I'll get you.
I would love to hang out with King Cobra. I think that would be fun. I don't want to eat with him, but I would like to hang out with him.
I was in a chat with him the other night. We hung out for a couple hours.
I want to take him to eat Buffalo Wild Wings. I want to have a wing eating contest with him.
He'll eat the hottest one on the menu. He'll try it.
I want to have a contest with him. I want to feed him beer. I want to get lavish. Women.
His shits are gross.
I want like 1,000 women to come to Casper, Wyoming, and tell everybody you rode the Cobra at CobraCon. We're trying to set up CobraCon.
CobraCon. Remember the action figure we were going to design?
Yeah.
For CobraCon?
Yeah. So maybe one day we're gonna try to get sponsors.
If Cobes comes out to Seattle, would you guys let him cook a meal for you that you would eat on
we had
stream?
so much planned. We had like a couple weeks. Billy wasn't really in on it, but I was telling him what was going on. It was planned by a few people that we knew. One of them had actually like gone out there and filmed like a tour of his apartment and stuff. But when they were telling me that it was really likely to happen. And I was like, I'll believe it when he's in the car on the way here. You know what I mean? Because they were going to drive him back. And he was like, nope, my schedule's full. He has no schedule.
If they had, if Cobes was like, I want you guys to eat my cricket and pig brain burger.
I might draw the line there. You know, like I'll try a lot of different types of food, but the cricket part isn't gross to me. It's the
pig brain.
Yeah, the brain
brain's,
was
like,
so gross to me.
soaking in weird milk.
Yeah, it looks so gross.
Yeah.
I would say I'd give it my best shot. I think I'd probably puke though.
Yeah, I don't
think I could do it. Yeah, I was impressed because it looks so gross to me. I usually give him like the biggest back rub in his cooking. I'm just like, oh, that's not too bad. But that one, I was like, I can't even joke. Like, I would probably vomit. And it was the brain looked so milky and nasty.
You got grossed out at the bowl of Velveeta though too. He was eating it with a spoon. It was melted Velveeta in a bowl.
That's just wrong.
That's it.
Was it Velveeta? I thought Velveeta melts better than that.
It was some kind of.
I'm pretty
melted
sure that
cheese
was like
in
a block of like the cheapo cheese because there was the oil had separated. Velveeta's designed not to separate like that. Velveeta is a fucking formulaic concoction.
Cobes is like the reverse Blob from the X-Men. You know what I mean? Like the Blob was like his outside was like you couldn't fuck with him. Like you couldn't penetrate his external. Like with Cobes, I don't think you could penetrate the internal. Like there's nothing that you can put inside of him that will hurt him.
Except a non alive. You can't put
You're gonna try to reverse it. It's tough. It's like saying the alphabet backwards.
Yeah, I'm like I give up.
Wait, was it Cagliostro says Cobes would be Toad from the X-Men. Yeah, that he actually does seem like he would be more Toad than
Oh my god, dude! I forgot to play this. I saw this hilarious video that poses the question about whether or not Clint is actually Cobb's father, because they found someone that they believe is a lot more Cobra-like, and it's radio legend Art Bell.
Hmm.
You know Art Bell, radio legend Art Bell from Coast to Coast.
Okay.
Quit propagating the mainstream media narrative that this man is Josh Saunders' father. I'm sorry, I see Clint.
Learn the truth.
Learn the truth.
Where did you come from, son? I came from the world of...
Okay.
Art Bell is just Stephen King's father.
I don't know, dude. I kind of do see it.
Rock and roll. I was in radio for, Larry, about 20 years.
Dude, especially on younger, like clean-shaven Cobra, he looks a lot like him.
You'd see precursor events like just occurred in France and Germany. 300 million trees came down in France in this last storm. 140 miles.
I will say there's a difference in articulation, though, that's pretty noticeable.
1 hour straight winds in Germany.
For now, banana prices
Yeah, Art Bell's kind of delusional, though.
in grocery stores aren't rising since Latin America has been spared.
They're both reporting fake conspiracy theory
But
news.
consumers in North America and
Yet
Europe can start
unproven
seeing
by
changes
mainstream
to
media
banana
news.
varieties and prices over the next decade. If the Panama disease spreads to Latin America,
I warn you, this could scare you.
So he rides bike. Art Bell.
Reverend Veritas says Cobb's bio mother is crazy, so I could see her shagging Art Bell. Yeah, like What? Okay, I've asked this on the show before, and I apologize for not. There's a couple things that I feel like I ask every time I come on the show. Who is Onision? Is one of them for sure, and I know I always ask about Cobes' ethnicity. Like, what's going on over there? What am I looking at?
He says he's mostly English, so I don't know if that's true or not. That was his actual dad at the beginning. This guy, the bald guy here, is actually his dad.
So does he really have tattoos, or was that for
I
an
think
act?
that might have been for a play he was in, but maybe he does. I don't know.
Was that from when he did the Shakespeare biker play?
Yeah, at Sturgis.
Yeah. He's 80% British, 30% Scottish Viking.
So he claims.
Sturgis is the fake name I order food with whenever I go to restaurants.
Sturgis?
Yeah.
I'll have
People were talking about crazy ladies banging Art Bell. According to what I'm reading, Art Bell was worth like $10 million. So I don't think he had trouble finding ladies.
But you also have to remember his media circle. He probably had a lot of crazy ladies.
He used to have like he had Howard Bloom who was a guest on DP at one point. I think we've had on other people too that might have been on Coast to Coast at one point. Coast to Coast was a huge show as far as radio is concerned.
Yeah, my dad used to stay up all night playing Tetris, smoking crack, and listening to Art Bell.
Fuck yeah.
My dad was almost one of the Heaven's Gate people. He was too busy working to go down. He wanted to so bad until they killed themselves.
He retired and they replaced him with George Norrie, who was all right at it. If you're from east of the Rockies, they would always do that. If you're from east of the Rockies, call this number. If you're from west of the Rockies, call this number. And it would always be, some of the people would be like, I could tell they were acting, but like he would never question if they were real or not. He would just be like, wow, you know?
But you could tell when something was going to be good. You know, they'd have like sagas. This was pre-internet. These were like the internet sagas we have today. You had Art Bell sagas.
Mm-hmm.
Art Van Gogh may be the illegitimate daughter of Art Bell. They have the same name.
Yeah. Can't fake that.
So Cobes has got no black in him, right?
Not that I'm aware of. I don't know what his mom looked like, but
what if his mom was Art Bell's sister?
If you want to defeat Cobes, you would need to use an unalive, underaged, gay male trans relative who is not consenting.
Dude.
Oh, there you go.
That's fucked up. That's that killer kryptonite right there.
Maybe King Cobra's mom is Ruby Jules.
My baby. My baby. My baby.
Ben Pie, your hair's long enough. You should get that shit braided, man.
I'll put it in cornrows.
Yeah, do that shit, man. Look like you just did 5. You know what I'm saying? First day out, Ben Pie.
People would start thinking you were Post Malone again.
Oh yeah.
Was that a thing? People thought you were Post Malone for a while?
These kids at VidCon.
They were like, "Are you Post Malone?"
Post Malone's pretty tall. Like he's taller than me.
Yeah, is he taller than you?
I think I kind of met him. I met him at he performed at a sneaker convention here in Atlanta. And it was him and Ty Dolla $ign. Ty was actually the headline and Post was the opening. And I remember him walking around thinking like anybody, anytime I meet anybody that's taller than me, I'm always kind of like, holy shit, he's tall as fuck. And Post Malone was taller than me, for sure.
During that same trip, me and Billy went to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, and some guy there came up to him and was like, aren't you like a singer or something? I can't remember who they were talking about, but it was a guy who had like the same hair as you. You knew who they were talking about at the time. I was like, what? Who are they talking about?
Probably the kid from Britain's Got Talent.
Is that what it was?
Jonathan, why can't I remember his name off the top of my head?
Look, Monty, Ben Pye. I'm used to doing mine. Says, look, Sapphire Casburn in the chat says, I want to braid Ben's hair.
There you go. Twist it.
Although, and look, listen, I'm not doubting your braiding ability, Sapphire, but in my experience, if you want to get your hair braided, you got to go find you somebody from Nigeria. Okay, you got to go
From Nigeria.
You got to find some African girls to do that shit, man.
From Nigeria specifically.
They do that. Yeah, they're definitely somebody from Lagos for sure.
So I think in a minute here we're going to wrap it up. We still did a show that was a good length, even though we met the goal a while ago. We want to pay it back to the fans, but it is nice to not do like a 4-hour plus show for a change.
Close to 4 hours.
Well, we did the pre-show. It says we've been recording for 2 hours or 3 hours and 55 minutes.
Yeah, it's
and
close
like
to
10
4
minutes of that. Yeah.
And here I thought you were just having fun hanging out. I was like, man, we had missed you, Hannibal, for not being on the show.
No,
at the
trust
beginning.
us.
And
we finished the goal. We finished the goal over 2 hours ago. If you weren't here, we would have called it a night. We'd be like, sorry guys, we got your money. Goodbye.
Yeah. I do really want y'all to hear this Trumpster Bob song. I'm
ready.
Email it to y'all. Yeah, I'm email.
Yeah, I gotta listen to the.
It's just for y'all ears, right? It's not for the people yet, okay?
Yeah.
But I do kind of want y'all to hear it because it's fun, and I'm still kind of like working out some stuff. Monty's gonna do the video real soon. We're actually doing this for Lord Jamarcus. So yeah, hold on, I'm about to send it. Oh shit, I literally just clicked Monty to send it to, and not you guys. Right? I apologize.
You're calling us Monty. You're sending our DMs to Monty.
I feel bad for both of our parents.
Whoa! All right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up.
If you guys would like
email. After the show ends, Ben, you gotta send me or text me an email, and I'll send it to you right now.
All right, yeah, and I'll email you something too.
If you guys
there you go.
watching right now would like to stay until the video's done, go and leave comments in the chat or in the video comment directly after this video's done. Leave comments. What's a good
Please
comment to
leave
talk
comments.
about? What's a good comment to talk about? Tell me who you think's going to win at Creator Clash. Froggy Fresh or Chris Ray Gun? Tell me who you think's who's the gun?
Yeah, I got my money on Chris Ray Gun. You know, only because what did we say? He was the Libra and the other guy was a Virgo.
I think
Sagittarius or Capricorn?
I think that might have been the difference. And, or here's another one. Tell me who you think wins between JRC3 and Jared Genesis.
Oh my God! Or what about the private show tomorrow?
There you go. Tell me who you think is worse, Trumpster Bob or Brett Keane, or just tell us how cute we are. I just want you to comment immediately after this goes down.
As soon as this ends, and it's about to end right now.
Flood us with comments.
You better do it.
Bye.